Greetings, everybody. Quick Cats is back with your Wednesday Tomb of Annihilation / Tomb of Continuation. And we last left off just clearing out a prison, if memory serves.
I think so.
And choosing not to release one of the prisoners.
Ah, yes. I was Asurek.
All right. So, you guys remember where we were?
Yeah, I was Asurek. It was cool. I felt weaker than I currently am because I've already kicked his ass once and I'm feeling cocky. Don't mention that I had almost nothing to do with that last fight.
Won't come up. Certain of it.
Wasn't on the agenda.
I was more aimed towards the dark. You knew what was up.
Hey, you know what? If they want to fight each other, that's not our problem.
That's very true.
That's how you
Those red
keep
wizards
PUBG
did a lot of
matches.
work for us. Very true. The enemy of my enemy will probably kill one another.
If you'll also recall, there is a loud banging at the door that is the clay golems holding against.
All right.
So we need to get the fuck
and
out
so,
of here.
I actually need a strength check from the clay golem. So I also need to go to here so I can get to the right thing.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
What do we have there? It's not great. Let me get to his character sheet. And he happens to have advantage on this.
Oh, advantage.
Yeah, 24. So initially, you think he's got it, but the golem is not able to hold the door, and so he's, being pulled into the hallway right now by something very large, and you see smaller hands are starting to grab the edges of the door that's open and are pulling this open. So you think you've got probably 2 or 3 rounds maybe before the clay golem can't hold that door. So what is your decision? Because nope, I'm not going to roll for initiative yet, but I am going to track how far we're all moving.
Well,
Also, let me know if my audio goes wonky.
I mean, I guess I'll move towards it because I mean, I can't. There was no other way to
There's
go.
no way.
No, there was.
Was there? Over here? Yeah, but I can't get there from where I'm at.
No. But
So
there
I'd
is
have to
another
run.
exit.
I have to run around. Well, that's what I'm saying. I still have to pass that door to get to it because I can't get there from where I'm at.
Let's do a perception check. Or what's everyone's passive perception? Mao, Lombard, and myself.
17.
Yeah,
Give
that's
me 1
enough. Yeah,
second,
so
it's
you
lagging.
definitely see that the golem is clearly getting dragged into the hallway by something huge. It's doing its best. It's slowing it down, whatever it is, but it's huge.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
moving forward.
Mal's following.
I'll move. I'll move to like
I'll
here.
follow behind you, Lombard, buddy.
That's about my movement, anyways, for what would probably be about a turn.
Lurch is going to move forward and try and help the clay golem because she doesn't want whatever's on the other side to get through. So would Casimir be moving towards it also? Because I'll move Sylvian forward.
Casimir would probably move close-ish. He'd essentially move in such a way that would get him Jay would assume that something's going to jump out and be where the clay golem is going to be. He would place himself in such a way that he could get to that spot, smack him, and then move his way back out.
Yeah.
So probably a full dash to cross the distance as fast as possible.
Something like that.
He can move up to 120 feet if he uses his cunning action.
Oof.
He'd probably place himself somewhere around here. I probably need access to his token for this game.
Yes, I can do that. Actually, 120 feet gets you pretty close.
He wouldn't go that far. He'd probably be just in between, like around in between these doors.
Let me get to his
So that'll
token.
allow him to get in, strike, and get out. His token's over here, to the left of mine.
Yep. I just have to get to his.
Yeah, you have to put it in the. What do you call it?
Character sheet or the.
Yeah, you have to put the character sheet in my journal, and then allow me to control it. You may have to change the default token to one that I can control also.
Can you control that now?
Affirmative.
Ah! I was not defeated by my nemesis. The website.
We're under attack by a wild displacer beast.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Actually, it is phasing in and out of reality there. I bet that's what it actually looks like to pet a displacer beast. Except they have those giant, like, tentacle things on their back. All right. So should we move Casimir, you said, to about here?
No, I think I'd put him about here.
Okay.
He can dance in and out.
And I see Mao has moved. Do you want Syrup to move, or what do you want Syrup to do?
Syrup wants to guard the rear. Make sure nothing approaches from behind.
Good call. Dr. Cox, are you going to stay where you're at?
Well, technically Ninja Meows move closer just to monitor the situation, but I'm wondering if I have some kind of spell I can cast that will hold the doorway.
Okay. So he has not been pulled into the doorway yet.
Yeah.
Because you haven't taken your action. So do you have anything that you wanted to, like, do you have to, can you inspire a golem?
I mean, it can. I was thinking about that might help, but it just delays the inevitable.
Right. Now, clay golems are not alive, right?
They are not.
Okay. So if you are not going to take an action,
I think
if
I'm gonna
I understood you correctly.
Bardic Inspiration on the clay golem.
Okay.
And I'm done.
And so that's 1d4 on ability
It's
checks
the
and things like that?
D12.
D12, nice. All right, so I'm going to roll for the golem. 11. And then I need to roll for my guy. Oh, do you want to use the 1d12 on that, the inspiration?
I'm sorry, what are you rolling?
So this is a strength check for the golem to see if he gets pulled in further. Oh, perfect, yeah. So 20. And then this guy is going to do a strength check.
has a 20 strength.
Yeah, okay. So he pulls the door actually closed. So the door, though, has taken damage. You see that it's starting to crack. Like the hinges that are holding it into the stone, the mortar is starting to give way.
This door is not going to hold. Either we run now, or we turn and fight and hold them here at this choke point.
We have had a lot of luck with choke points in the past.
We have, but we
And
should
if
be
we run, they're
separated.
only
You
going to
should get
chase.
this side. You three should get to this side of the choke point.
Alright.
All right, so let's move 30 feet.
Or
I've
60
got
if you
40.
dash.
Yeah, we should probably dash at this point.
I'll dash to like here.
Boy.
Knowing Casimir, what he would do is hide in the corner.
Okay. So Casimir has disappeared from reality itself. He is
Oops,
as a
there goes
ghost.
gravity.
Yes.
He's
Hang
so
on.
mad
I
that
got
he won't
spaghetti
give up
all
that.
over this shirt.
Is it
Clean that
Mom's?
off. Yeah. Oh, so
Ah.
good. Should not have gone for that long run.
You're nervous, but on the surface,
Yep.
you look calm and ready.
I get that a lot. Hang on, I gotta go put air holes in my trunk.
Okay. Yep. I guess I could. We're not gonna run, right? We're just getting in position to fight.
If we're going to fight it, we should take the initiative somehow. If we can just step back and open the door and hit them with everything we've got and then maybe shove it closed again.
Okay. I'm gonna prepare a firebolt in that case.
Casimir is going to say, in that case, I will prepare an Eldritch Blast.
Pretty
also,
good.
are there any rocks on the floor that need to be turned over to find something? Any specific one rock on this entire floor? I will check every single one.
Do you have any cursed objects I can grab?
Wasn't that the curse that Hercules had to count every stone in Wales? I think that was his task.
You know
Or Thor.
more
That was
than
Thor's task.
Yes, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so hang on. Let me just do a quick little Yep. Okay. So yeah, the door is holding for now. And so we have maybe 2 or 3 rounds to position ourselves. It's unclear. There is more damage that has happened to the hinges, and you see sort of that the golem is struggling to hold against the door.
Hey, are we all ready?
Well, I do not want to be in front.
No,
It's
back
no
here close to me.
no offense, but I am how you say squishy. Yes. So I will position myself back here with the.
I suppose I'll move back as well. But
in
if
the
anything,
rear,
if anything, Sylvia,
with the-
you
Mal?
crunch.
avec le bière, as they say.
So Mal is actually gonna go ahead. Give me 1 second. I just have to check the timing. Duration, casting time. The casting time is 1 action. Would you consider that fine?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna do that one. And we cleared this cell, correct? And like they're bars, it's not really like a door.
That's correct. Yep. You have. I don't think you've
Okay.
tried to open any of the cells, but yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking I would try to like slip into the cell just inside to get out of the way, and cast the non-detection on myself.
Sure. Call it a coin flip. Give me a 1d4 roll for whether the cell door opens or not. And if it's 1 to 2, it opens. If it's 2 to 4, or 3 and 4, then it doesn't.
No.
So it opens.
Wait, it opens?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
So
thought
that
I
one
flipped
opens.
it. Perfect. So I'm gonna do that and cast the non-detection, and then wait.
Alrighty. I think we're all otherwise in position. So, which is, hang on, let me see. Yeah, that door is. You see the planks are starting to pull apart from where the cross pieces are. That they're starting to pull out starting to pull the planks out of the middle. The zombie hands and are there, but there's still something big holding on to the handle. So I think we should probably roll initiative at this point.
Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I know.
I will select my character.
Ooh.
It's rolling.
What's your dex,
Okay, I
Doctor?
like that.
3 hours later.
15.
You are higher than me.
I never
Heyo.
can get over 20, so
Not for long.
that was my result.
And then I'm actually going to start putting these folks down where the layer is. Hang on, I got to do it this way.
You just say these guys?
And now I need to roll initiative for these guys. I'm going to do one
there you go,
initiative for
saying
the zombies.
plural again.
Hey, that's good. And 0. Yeah, they have terrible initiative.
Ha ha.
Cool. All right. So, let me roll for the door just to see the damage. Yeah. So effectively, the door is no longer attached by one hinge, and so the golem, basically has it in his hands as a giant shield.
Okay. So we're waiting for the golem to just kind of get out of the way so we can throw the magic at him.
Yes. Let me sort the order to see who goes first.
Sure. Also make sure that never mind, it did it for us. We're good.
Yep. So that's Casimir. Casimir, what do you do, my friend?
Casimir is still being super stealthy. He's going to slink to this position here, so he has a clear line of sight on the door, and hold an action to Eldritch Blast anything that comes through it.
All right. So the thing that comes through it is, and the difficulty here is, they're both incredibly large, the golem and the winter white, and so they're both blocking this doorway at the moment. So the clay golem can attack with disadvantage because it's still using the door partially as a shield. But it can defend with advantage, let's say, in this situation, because it's sort of got, a giant door, pieces of it at least, in a frame, that it can use to defend itself. But the winter white is going to swing at the clay golem.
Through the door?
Yes, because the door is off of the frame at this point, and so he can kind of reach around the door. So
he's going to attack with
that's
disadvantage, you said.
yes.
I see.
And the golem though can defend with advantage.
There's no such thing.
And well, all right, sure. Yes, you're correct. Hang on, I got to get to his character sheet. Is it shift click? Yes. So he's going to use his claw attack.
That's a
Does an 8 hit?
That's always miss.
And that's not much better. A 9
Nope.
doesn't hit. And look at that, double 9s. So that's terrible. Yeah. Okay. And so that ends. Let me see. Is that a bonus action?
So can we see beyond the door now? Then
you can see glimpses, and so you see what you believe is a winter white, like you have faced before.
Oh boy.
okay.
And so the winter white finishes. It is the clay golem's turn.
The clay golem is going to wait. Which way does the door open?
The door opens towards the winter white.
Okay, the clay golem is just going to shove the door open then.
Okay. So would we do an opposed strength check, and then
I mean, I
we
thought
would
they
measure
were
how?
trying to open it, right? So now he's just not holding it closed anymore.
Oh yeah, so absolutely. So yeah, so if he lets go, then actually I'll do a. I don't really have acrobatics, but I can do a dexterity throw for the winter white. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't like fall backwards prone. Unfortunately for you guys, he just skids backwards and the door opens up, and you see a winter white and some number of zombies. Probably you can see 4, but there's a lot of moving around behind the winter white. It's hard to tell. So the winter white, we'll say, has slid backwards just 1 square when the door opened. So now everyone can see in.
Except we can't
And
see
so I have to reveal it by clicking on the thing that does that. There we go.
Okay. Because the winter white has slid back just a little bit, the golem is going to get out of the way to allow everybody's held actions to go off.
Okay. So we should probably do that just in the normal, like start at the top of the order, since it's a held action. So Casimir, I guess, Eldritch Blast away.
Okay.
23 does hit.
Sure, the net 1 misses. What about the 20?
It does. The 20 hits, yes. Hang on, I gotta have the right thing open here. There we go. Now I'm not trying to reveal something.
Won't let me roll damage. I have to roll it from here. That's weird.
And
It's a nice round number at least.
10. Awesome. Okay. So Casimir, you have released your Eldritch Blast. So after that would be Mal, I guess. Would you go with your attack?
Well, yeah, I think because it went Clay Golem then me.
Right. So you would go.
Yeah.
Do you get advantage when you're hidden like that?
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to wait and then take an advantage. I was just going to pop out and then hit Mr. Old Mean Guy here with the winter white with the great axe here a couple of times. I was just going to take a nice swing on him.
you prepare
sounds good.
movement. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you can't do that.
That would involve
Is that a
movement.
little too far?
No, a prepared action is just an
You
action.
take an action.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I did not mean to hit that. It went in beyond. No. So my prepared action is just to advance,
You can't
like
do
to
that.
stay there.
Yeah, it has to be like an
No,
action.
just stay there and like not advance.
Okay.
Advantage. Oh my god, I cannot speak. My apologies. To hold
That's
there
okay.
and
Okay.
wait to attack when they pass by. Oh.
She be hadn't.
You can hold the
It's
dodge
been a long
action.
day.
So if something
I
comes at
did.
you, you can get out of the way. But
Cool, that'll work too.
Awesome. All right, so Dr. Cox, it is your turn.
I'm gonna tell it how ugly and face busted it is,
Aw.
and how it needs to be put down like its friends.
That, I mean, is really hurtful. Oh, I forgot to tell you that Moyle is a very woke place. So
Oh.
yeah,
Certainly don't look like it.
I have a sense Elon Oil bought it.
I just want to see. He is immune to none of that. So yeah, he takes.
Do you
That's
roll
not
wisdom
considered
save?
charmed, right? So
No.
yeah, wisdom save. Does a 16 save?
It does not.
It does not.
21. So that's 14 psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
All right, and then Lombard, what's your attack? Prepared attack.
Maybe I'm
Firebolt.
not. Maybe I'm not though.
It splashes harmlessly against the clay golem, who turns around back at you and goes,
I'm sorry. I missed. I promise it wasn't the George.
all right, so that, I think, covers everybody, right? Did everyone get off the, I mean, I guess Syrup, if he had a prepared action, could have done it, but...
Yeah, Syrup is just guarding the rear.
Yep, got it. So we've got, we're continuing with our turn order now that the door is open and you can see what's beyond. And so, Mao, it is now actually your turn.
Okay,
You can move
perfect.
this time. Sorry.
Now I'm gonna go after him. I'm gonna go ahead. Can I advance that far? Is that a decent?
What's your
I
movement?
don't know how far that is.
You should be able to move 30
Barbarian, I think you
feet,
have
which
40 feet.
I was like
That
about
level.
right where that arrow is.
Yeah.
yeah,
should be
you
fine.
could. Yeah, you could
yeah.
get.
I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna try to chop his head off. Let me go ahead. Here's the great axe. We're gonna swing it out and I'm gonna try and hit him. I'm gunning for him. I'm just hacking at him. Do I hit?
Hacking at him. Yeah, geez, look
Yeah.
at that. 31. That's gonna do it. That'll hit.
Okay.
Uh,
Let me roll for the damage because it's being stupid today. Oh boy. Give it 2 years.
3 hours later.
Not as much as I'd hoped.
Still, 12 is 12.
You get another d6 if your hunter's marked.
Ooh, yeah, you should do that.
Oh yeah, don't ignore the one thing that I was just about to send, but like it's slow. I mean, we could always wait for that one. But I could have cast the spell. I know that was going to be my second action.
A 32 actually does quite a bit of damage there too.
Yeah. Can I cast Hunter's Mark after this before the
That's a bonus action, right?
You could have
Okay,
actually
I think
cast it
it's
in
a
between
bonus.
attacks too.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Bonus
you're
action
right.
is sort of like the extra little bit of effort that you put into like grab your keys as you're running out the door to be like, oh shit, you know, that's like a bonus action to grab your keys.
Gotcha. I did not mean to roll it. I meant to cast it. Give it 1 second.
Let me know in the
here.
comments how terrible a metaphor that is.
That's not that
If there are
Give it a
Any
solid
commenters?
7.
oh, and
Oh.
-5.
I won't tell you what it's out of though.
Can you guys hear my keyboard? I got
Negative.
really clicky keys on my. Good. All right.
I haven't noticed it.
They feel great.
And then
They're just like it's like little trampolines for my fingers. That sounded less creepy in my head when I said it.
That's okay. We all say very odd things sometimes. They're just happy little trees.
Now my ringtone. I'm gonna isolate that.
You have
was
my
like-
you have my full permission to take
Everyone's
anything
like,
I say out of context. In fact,
What the
I
hell is
encourage
that? Oh, I gotta take this. Hang on, guys.
We all say things we regret.
Yeah.
sometimes.
So, Dr. Cox, it is now your turn. Unless Mao, you have anything else to do, but I believe you're
Nope.
out of stuff
out
to
of
do.
I'm gonna stay there.
Dr. Cox, please show some mercy. Don't say hurtful things to my giant snowy friend.
I'm not going to say any more hurtful things to the giant snowy one. I'm going to say some hurtful things to one of the zombies behind him.
Okay.
But the one in the blue line.
This guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Screw this guy in particular. And then, so it's minus, how much? 7? Oh. He's like, he's upset.
Good. He has disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes before the end of his next turn. And I'm done.
And I have so marked him. I'm just using the red circle to put a D in there, so it doesn't show. I mean, I can mark it like this if that helps people also.
I mean, that's for you to keep track of.
Right.
So
Nothing here looks like what I would call disadvantage, but maybe that. They're a snail. Nope, that's not close. There we go. Yeah, Lombard. Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Cox. Anything else?
nope, I'm done.
All right. Lombard.
I'm just gonna walk right over here and I'm gonna throw fire at it!
Yeah, that hits.
Because I moved, I got out of the way. The clay golem was in the way last time. I'm sorry, George.
Yeah, and he's like standing to the side, and he's like, and he's like waving his arms dramatically, like after you.
Type error. Cannot read properties of undefined
geez, look
reading
at that.
models. There we go. 21 fire damage.
That's and that's against a winter white friend in the doorway there.
Yes. The big
All right.
guy.
Yeah, he's you're looking at him, and he's definitely singed, right? He's you can see that parts of him are on fire. That maybe his arm is a little stiff because it's charred a bit, but he's still pretty dangerous looking. So
Hey.
he's got some fight left in him.
I think that's all I've got at the moment. So that's gonna it's gonna be it for me for now.
And so Ninja Meows is not going to do anything, probably cower.
He sniffs syrup.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then it is now the zombies' turn. And so zombies can move 20 feet according to their stats. So I'm just going to move them up 20 feet. So they're going to take their movement action. Two of them, well, actually, I don't think that one would be able to get that far. One of them is able to hit at Mao. And so, Mao, tell me if a... Wait a second. That's you. Why am I clicking on your character sheet?
I don't know.
Here we go. Yes, he's going to slam at you. And so does a 3
Does not
hit. Yeah, so it is
misses.
Yeah, it's a big swing, and it completely misses. You see it coming from a mile away. It's telegraphed completely.
It was written in a novel back in the olden days.
And so, but I do need you to roll a. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I need you to do that. Just you can hit up arrow in chat to do that again. I believe I need you to do that 5 more times.
Okay.
Maybe that
well,
didn't work.
let me
Okay.
just hit.
Yeah.
Let me do individual.
I don't know if there's a shortcut to do that many. And I'll let you know. 12 is what we're looking for. 12 or better.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Knew it was there somewhere.
That's 4.
It's coming. It's just taking its sweet time.
It's a great tension builder. It's like, that's 5. So 5 out of 6 fails. And so each time you take 1d12 necrotic damage. So 5d12 I'm going to roll.
I just rolled it in the chat. It was 31.
Well, let me do it.
Okay, yeah. Roll it. Do your fun. Sorry. I just was like, you were telling me and I was ready to do the math.
And we'll take your roll since you were faster than me.
No, take your 36. That's fine.
No.
I'll take the damage.
No, 7. Also, you feel like this cold is emanating from these zombies in a way that is drawing your life force out. And you take 36 damage if we're going to use my number, and that 36 damage also impacts your maximum hit points. So you have taken 36 damage, and you also need to reduce your maximum hit points by 36. And so you feel unusually drained by being around the undead. You never enjoy it, but this feels particularly bad.
Gotcha. Okay, just did that.
Now,
what?
Since the golem is not alive, it does not need to roll for that, right? This is a drain life. I'll show it to you in the chat if I can. There we go.
Yeah, I guess so. That makes sense.
So it's a creature, though, right?
It is, and it has hit points.
Okay.
But it is not alive.
So, rules as written, it says creatures within 20 feet that has hit points and is still alive, but it is not alive, so I would say it doesn't take any of that damage.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right, so the zombies have moved. One has taken a swing. The others are not in position to do that. And so we're now at the top of the order with Casimir still hiding in darkness that only he can see, because all of us are so completely bamboozled by his stealth capability.
What kind of warlock doesn't have hex? Okay, well, Casimir's going to step to about here, and then he's going to start Eldritch blasting these zombies.
All right. I'm assuming starting with the lead zombie
Yeah,
here.
the nearest one first.
Okay. Yeah. Pour it on. What do we got? 25 hits.
Ugh, gotta roll the damage from here.
So that's 5. And doesn't he get 4?
He does.
25 hits. Still. So that's 7 total. 13 does not.
Okay.
I should point out that these zombies appear to be somewhat less decrepit than some of the other zombies that you've seen. Almost like these were zombies that were used in the working environment, as opposed to just random undead that happened to spring up from the sleeping Moillians in the city around.
Oh, then that requires a completely different change of tactics. Well, it's too late for that, unfortunately.
So 24 does hit. So what is the 4 damage on that? So I believe it's a total of, what, 11 damage?
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. The Winter White is going to swing at Mao. And Mao, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw. Oh, actually, not yet. No, only if it hits. Sorry.
Okay. Well, go ahead and throw.
Right. So,
Oof.
does a 27 hit?
Does a crit
Okay.
hit?
Yeah.
Yes. So, yes, the 14, fortunately, you notice that black flames appear to start in the wounds of your being attacked where you were hit. But it is, you're not, they go out. They're incredibly painful, though. How do I roll damage on that?
Just click where it says claws. In
Oh,
chat.
there it goes. I did, and that's what it says.
19 slashing.
19 slashing damage to you, though. And so this black fire, which is actually what it's called, feels incredibly painful. And so you're very certain that this thing is causing it to happen. And so with that knowledge, it swings at you again. Does a 22 hit?
I believe so.
And so with that, there is 10 slashing damage. And so if you could roll another Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy, that's not my strong suit. Okay. Wait.
Yep,
All
you're fine.
right.
They
10
start, but they go out. All right. So Clay Golem, you're up.
Clay Golem is going to step to this location, grab Mao with both hands, and throw Mao back down the hallway.
Hey, I came here to party.
Yeah,
As I'm
your head
flying
chopped
down.
Yeah. So, how far would that be? What's the strength? Can you give me a strength check on the golem?
Sure.
Jesus. Bill.
How about a 23?
23. Yeah. So let's say that you can throw, and we'll round up. You could throw Mao 25 feet away with that, and then Mao, give me a 1d4 for bludgeoning damage because it's unexpected, and or actually give me an acrobatics check, and if you're successful, then you won't take damage. But if you're not, then we'll take some bludgeoning damage because you just got roughly tossed down the hallway. So acrobatics for me.
I'll just go ahead and I'll roll the d4.
All right. So you would take 1 bludgeoning damage. And with some surprise, you kind of like roll to a stop, and you're sitting there and you're looking, at where the clay golem was, and you see that the winter white, with the black fire trailing from its fingers, was reaching for you, and it grasps and misses just as you're being yanked out of the way by the golem. And so that's the clay golem's action. I think he still has some movement if he wants to use it.
I think he's used all the movement he's gonna use.
Okay. So Mao, you find yourself sitting abruptly on the ground, and it hurts. You feel like your tailbone is bruised.
Man, why'd you have to throw me so hard? Okay, let me go ahead. I'm gonna try and shoot this guy with my bow and arrow. I'm gonna stand up, kind of shake off the dust. Let me whip out that bow and arrow real quick. I have the hunter's mark on him, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna switch to my longbow.
Oh, actually, since it's his turn, or was his turn at the start of his turn, he takes necrotic damage, right?
Oh! Where were we?
Huh?
23 definitely hits.
Yep. Give it 1 second.
And 1. Damn it.
Perfect.
Hey, look at that. 1. I was right.
Yep. I did not mean to click that again, because doesn't Hunter's Mark give me the extra 1?
It's a D6.
Yep.
Well, I was going to predict 14 just then, but...
Oh, okay. I got a 6. Something right.
Yeah, so the 14 does not hit.
Yeah. But the 6 I meant for the first one. Shoot. Okay, it sent the 14. I'm so confused. It took its time with the lagging. Roll 20 and D&D Beyond were not synced. Okay, yeah, so I shot the longbow. I did the 1d6 for the hunter's mark. Let me look at that again.
I think so basically the 1 damage in the first,
Yeah,
and
that
then
deals
the
an
14,
extra.
and then so it's 7 damage total.
Yeah, so it'll take that, but the second one misses.
Yes.
And then I'm just gonna stay and I'm gonna chat with Lombard. I'm gonna be, but can you believe this guy? He threw me halfway across the room.
He really did. I am terrified, actually. I'm not getting close to that man.
Man,
I already
guess
threw
I
fire at him. He
underestimated.
doesn't like me.
I was like, what a chump for always standing at the back, and now I'm like, okay, maybe he stands back there for a reason, I guess. Maybe, I don't know, but hey, I'm ready to chop off some heads. You ready, Lombard?
No, because when you aim for specific body parts, you have to roll with disadvantage. So I'm just gonna aim at him.
You're just gonna hit him? And hit him hard? I'm gonna aim for the head. I don't know about...
Is that really a rule? If you aim for a particular body part,
No.
you have disadvantage?
No, you can't aim for specific body parts unless you have an ability that allows you to do so.
Got it. So yeah, that didn't happen. But it's your turn, Dr. Cox, so what does happen?
So the doctor is going to hold an action to cast Greater Restoration when he gets in range of casting it on Mao. I believe it's range touch. And at this point, the doctor is going to say, Mao, we attack together. Don't rush off by yourself, you're going to get hurt again. And
All
I'm done.
right, I guess I'll wait. I'll let you guys have some fun too.
No. This is the time to do it. You can advance now, but when you did just a minute ago, ran off by yourself, you got your butt kicked a little bit. And this damage that you get, the life drain, that shit hurts.
All right. So Lombard, do you look chastised in the face of that rebuttal of Mao, and act accordingly, or do you recklessly charge?
I'm stating. I'm gonna. Do I still have line of sight on the Winter White?
Yeah, it's hard to miss him. He occupies most of the doorway.
He is very large. I just wanted to make sure because I'm gonna still throw fire at him.
All right, fire away. Literally,
15.
15 unfortunately does not hit. You splash again against the golem, who is like, what the hell, man?
We gotta take out those ads before they eat us alive. They AoE.
And I am assuming the Ninja Meows does not do anything.
Ninja Meows is gonna move over here so that Dr. Cox's Greater Restoration goes off.
All right. Now, so the I have to look up the mechanic on that just to make sure that fixes it.
Printed it, or just put it in VTT.
Oh, I meant on my side, the drain life.
It affects the hit point maximum.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that fixes it. Along with, I'm assuming, some amount of healing, right?
No.
No healing.
Does not impart hit points, unfortunately.
All right. So, yeah, Mao, you feel as though a weight has been lifted off of you, like you were constricted around the chest and you were feeling like you just weren't at 100%. But now you definitely are feeling better. You're still injured, but the wounds are bleeding normally. They're not like, you don't see like flakes of rot, starting to try and form as your body fights off the necrotic energy of the negative plane.
Thank you. This feels quite nice.
Be careful, that
Much
shit hurts.
better. Yeah, this is much better.
And so the zombies are going to move up here to the clay golem because he is the obvious target. And so they are going to, let's see, probably can't get all the way in on all of that, but that's so they're in the hallway now. But they are now 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are within melee range of the clay golem. So if you could, let's see, can you tell me 1, 2, 3, 4? How many of those hit? Any?
2. Clay Golem has armor class 14.
Okay, yeah. So that's a slam.
That's weird.
It doesn't roll it for me? Okay.
It did.
It should.
It came up with a blank number.
6 is the average,
strange.
right? Let me try again.
That's so weird.
Yeah, all right. I don't know what's going on there, but let's just do so you take 10 damage, or the clay golem takes 10 damage.
This is non-magical?
This is non-magical damage.
So the clay golem takes 5.
It's a slam. It's a bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. It has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning.
The zombie here that is coming around the bend, it takes a look up at you guys, and it's going to let out its frost wave. So the frost wave is, you need to give me a DC 15 Constitution save, please. And so that would be Lombard, Mao, Dr. Cox, and Ninja Meows. And Casimir, because it's a cone.
Amazing.
What did you say, Constitution?
Yes, Constitution saving throw. So far, so good.
Thank God. Oh, not my strong suit, but today it worked out just fine.
Yeah, that's good. Solid rolls all around. So everyone takes 3 frost damage instead of 7.
Remember to take damage from your temporary hit points first.
Casimir's turn now. So we are... at least one of the zombies is aware of everybody else in the hallway.
Casimir is now quite irritated, and he is going to take it out on this zombie's face.
And he's probably all like, that doesn't sound like me at all. Do they think that I sound like that? 28 hits. That's a booming blade, I'm assuming.
Why? Why is it doing that? Not the strongest, a little bit disappointing. Only 21 magical piercing, and as for the booming blade... It is an additional 16 thunder damage and 25 more if he moves.
So, 21 plus 16. Jeez. Oh, I gotta pick the right thing to do that. And then 16. And then he takes 21 if he moves.
25.
25 if he moves. Got it. He's dumb. He doesn't know that. Okay. He's very, very messed up. One of his arms isn't working properly, and he's doing the classic zombie foot drag, which is kind of a cliche, but it's fairly appropriate given the context.
Okay, at that point, Casimir is going to dash way back here.
Where'd he go? All right. The Winter White now steps up, and his way through is blocked by everything in the door. Because there's circles and the corners are weird, they're actually in melee range of each other right there. So the Winter White is going to attack the Clay Golem because it feels like that's the easiest way to get to its goal, which is all of these lovely, delicious, living things. And so to do that, it's going to use a claw attack.
That's a hit.
Hit.
Second one's a miss.
So damage of 9 slashing to the Clay Golem.
Is that magical or non-magical?
That is the...
Unless
actually,
they have
that
an
one's
ability
magical.
That says magical weapons.
So, I guess, no, not... It is not magical. They're just bludgeoning, slashing damage. Although they can initiate the black fire effect on living things. Like,
so
does
immune.
actually does the golem have a constitution?
It does.
So let's the black fire effect, which I don't have linked properly here, but cold flames burn on the life forces of the body. So no, never mind. Doesn't happen. Just a pathetic 9 slashing damage. Half of that.
5.
Yes. And so it ends its turn. Now it is the clay golem's turn.
The clay golem is going to haste. And are any of the golems that the clay golem is next to, they look like they've been beat up?
So this one here on the outside edge is the most beat up. The one here at the top is the second most beat up, and the one here at the bottom is the third most beat up. But the others look pretty undamaged.
Okay, well, he's going to attack the one at the end here because he can actually reach that one.
Okay.
And Slamity Slam is a bonus action. How about a 25?
25 does hit.
11 bludgeoning and DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or have its hit point maximum reduced by amount equal to the damage taken.
Wow. All right. So yeah, minus 11.
I guess 2 can play that game.
That's right. I wonder where they learned that trick. And now it's, I mean, not that there's stuff healing it, but yeah. That's a wild ability. Anything else?
Clay Golem is finished.
Does haste give it 2 attacks?
No. It only allows it to use its slam as a bonus action. And it only lasts till the end of its next turn, but that means next turn, in addition to the +2 to AC, it gets to attack 3 times.
Oh, great. Mao, you are up.
Mao is gonna aim for this one here with the bow and arrow. Let me go ahead and pull out the longbow.
I'll mark that one red.
Okay. Does a 26 hit?
Oh God, yeah. That's a critical hit right there. Like, it turns around to look at you, and the arrow just like goes whoomp right into its brain pan. How much damage does that do?
Not much.
2.
Only 2.
That's not right. You should roll 2
That can't be right.
because it was a critical. Also, you should roll a 2d6 extra for the damage from
Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, it doesn't work in Rule 20 when I get to hit the thing. It says type error cannot read properties of undefined reading models.
Yeah.
What happens if I do that?
I think they screwed it up because I've been
doing that
all day.
I see that.
So what should I roll?
Roll 2d8 plus 2d6.
$18 damage.
There we go. That's better. Perfect.
Yeah, it's clearly like it's gone into where its eye was and gone out the back of its head, and it is very hurt, but it is not completely dead.
Okay, and then as its buddies turning to look at him, this one, right? Because, this guy's he's killed, right? So his buddy's turning around to look at him. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to shoot him with the longbow. Let's see.
This guy here or this guy here?
This guy here, but I don't think it's going to matter.
A 10 does not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was going to say I was aiming at this guy, but unfortunately, I guess it did not hit.
These guys are a little bit more... These guys are a little better equipped than some of the zombies that you've run into.
Seems like it.
Like their clothing and is somewhat more functional. It provides a little bit more armor.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, Dr. Cox. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Mal, is there
Yeah, I
anything
was
else
gonna
you...
say I'm gonna move back just by Lombard where I am. I'm just gonna kind of get closer to chit chat with Lombard because I took out that guy, didn't I? And then just kind of let you guys, move on. Let it go to Dr. Cox.
I think you did a great job.
Dr. Cox, we're just going to move on. If you can think of a really good biting words, then I'll give you advantage. But it has to be really good. Like, we've got to put it to a vote, and you don't get a vote.
I think I'm not going to do that after all.
Okay.
I think the smart thing for me to do here, because we've already started to take some damage, is to bite the bullet and use my last 3rd level spell slot to cast Aura of Vitality.
Mm.
And this turn, I'm going to heal Mao for 7.
Awesome.
Well, thank you.
And your maximum hit points are restored to their normal maximum.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I'm done.
Yep, solid spell. Lombard, you and Mao are chit-chatting. You're like, so do you think this clay golem is going to be able to hold it? I don't know. I mean, he looks pretty strong, but there's a lot of them. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
And during that very mundane, monotone conversation, I'm just gonna kind of lob a fireball over the zombies' heads towards the big guy in the bay, and it's going to reflect very poorly on my character.
It lights the door frame on fire.
Well, maybe it'll make him turn around.
But not in a helpful way. Like, it's not going to damage anything, but...
Well, I am embarrassed and ashamed, and I will turn it over to the cat.
Ninja Meows is gonna go.
All right. So, how far can we move here? It is the zombies' turn. And so the zombies are... Some of them are going to move up into position, but the ones that are in melee range of the clay golem are going to stay on the clay golem. They're very focused, but the other 2 zombies that are not focused on it are moving to the Lombard and Mao. And so this zombie is going to attack Lombard. Tell me, Lombard. When the zombie claws you with... Oh, I clicked on you, not on the zombie. There we go. The zombie slams you. Does it have... and the 11 does not hit.
It does not.
And so as its bonus action, it's going to try and suck the life out of you. I need a Constitution saving throw again. That saves.
Good.
So it's or suffer, not half. Yeah, so you pass. It hits. You feel like a dark energy sort of is trying to claw at your life force, but it does not succeed in getting a hold.
Made a grave mistake of being 10 feet away from the Golden Stein.
And then this guy here is going to use his Frostwave ability, but he has disadvantage at the moment. But it's a DC 15. Yeah, that's an attack roll. So, if Lombard, you and Mao could also do a Constitution saving throw on me again.
19.
24 and 19. All right.
No,
So,
my 24 is my last Constitution save.
oh yeah. So 19.
Mao's
Oh,
was a
and
5.
and Mao's is a 5.
Can we see this Frostwave ability?
Yes.
So last time I was not in the area of effect. It's only a 30-foot cone.
Okay. So how much damage did you take last time?
Like 5 points or something.
So you take half as much damage on a successful frost wave. So you take 3.
Did you roll damage?
It's on average 7. Let me roll it. 2d6.
Oof.
Geez,
It hit us hard.
12 damage. So you take 6. Mao, you take 12 frost damage, and you're paralyzed for 1 minute, which is unfortunately 10 rounds. But you can repeat your Constitution saving throw at the beginning of your turn. And so if you then pass with a 15, you are unfrozen, unparalyzed. But you are at the moment are not moving.
Gotcha.
I believe that means a paralyzed target attacks against it are at advantage. Is that correct?
I think so.
Okay. Now it is Casimir's turn. This zombie at the top is looking quite damaged. This zombie has some damage, but not much.
Casimir's going to crit this thing in the back of the skull.
Oh my goodness.
That's not anywhere near. Hold on, I need to roll another d4 and another 4d6.
He cast a booming blade.
And now the damage from the booming blade.
Ooh.
Whoops, that's not it.
So 25, 13. It's 38.
But it's actually double that.
Yeah, well, you obliterate this zombie who only had 11 health. Casimir, how do you want to do this? How would Casimir do this?
I think Casimir would stick this dagger in the back of this thing's skull and watch its face explode. All over Lombard and Mao.
Haze me! It's so nasty! I'm gonna have to wash my hands.
Welcome.
Viscous, meaty chunks of gray flesh splash against your faces.
I'm becoming a
you catch
vegetarian.
a whiff of putrescence, and you're like, why does it taste like salt and vinegar? I mean, it's ugh.
Yes, but it will add character.
I'm never going to Burger King again.
And Casimir disappears. So the Winter White is upset that he does not appear to be doing much damage to the clay golem. And so, I actually didn't roll the attacks for the other clay golem, or for the other zombies against the clay golem. I only did the 2 zombies here. So I'll do their attacks right after I do the Winter White, if that's all right. So first thing we're going to do is he's going to do the old claw twice. 21 and 9.
1 hit.
And it does 12 slashing damage, or half of that. And then the zombies are going to do 4 attacks against you that are slams. And so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at that. 2 20s. Hit. So,
Jesus. Oh, that's not a damage
Yeah.
roll, is it?
1d8 plus 3.
It's 2d8 plus 3 because it's a crit. So it's 4d8 plus 6 in total.
21 damage. I felt like that could have gone a lot higher, but there it is.
But it's non-magical, so the clay golem will take 11.
Yep. And the zombies are trying to drain life from it, but they're getting frustrated because it is not working against the golem. And so they are looking back at the living things with more interest now that they are sensing that this golem does not offer anything nutritious to their existence. But it is the clay golem's turn. He can refute them thusly by smacking the shit out of them.
Yeah, so he still has haste active. I want to see if it recharges. And it does.
Yep.
So next turn he's going to use that again probably. But this turn he's going to make, in total, 2 plus the bonus action, so 3 slam attacks.
Yes.
The first one is going to be against this injured one up here.
Okay.
How about a 15?
15 does hit, yes.
That's 11 bludgeoning.
And it is dead. It is no more.
The other two are
It is
gonna
an
be against the winter
X-parrot.
wight.
Okay.
22.
22 does hit.
That's 20 bludgeoning. And
Oof.
the golem has magic weapons. Also,
Okay.
it needs to make a constitution saving throw or have its hit point maximum reduced by that number.
What's a 20? What'd you say it was?
DC 15.
DC what?
Constitution.
DC 15. 1 second, please. 10.
It was the winter wight, not the zombie.
Oh.
Okay, so
Even worse.
hit point maximum is reduced by 20. And the final attack, how about a 27?
27 hits, absolutely, yes.
Another 16 magical bludgeoning and another DC 15 saving throw against its hit point maximum being reduced by 16. 16.
Constitution, you said, right?
Ah, correct. And it failed
Yeah.
miserably.
So it takes a total of 36 damage against itself. It also, so 36. Jeez.
And its hit point maximum is reduced by that, but that's not going to matter, I don't think, because I don't think these things heal.
You would think they wouldn't. Yeah. Oh, that's a tough. So that's its maximum now. Yeah. So it's getting hurt, but it's still very dangerous. Still has a lot of mobility. You feel like you're making progress, but it's slow going.
The clay golem is done.
Well done, Clay Golem. Well done. Mao, you have a zombie in melee range of you that looks rather hurt.
Yep. I am going to go ahead. It's this one, correct. I'm sorry, my glass.
There's one right next to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. He's right next to me. I can't quite see. A little blurred. Yes, I see him. He's blending in there to the rock. I mean to hit him, but I didn't mean to hit him with my bow and arrow. I meant to hit him with my axe. Give it 1 second to reload. There we go. Does a 29 hit?
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Perfect. And how about 8 slashing damage?
I feel like that's not enough, but yeah, I mean,
No.
8 slashing damage. It's
the hunter's mark first.
Well, I have a second action. I can just go at him
This
again.
This thing is nearly on its last legs, and you do hit it with that 20.
20. Okay. Perfect. And does
Oof.
9 slashing damage do it in?
Yeah, you split it
Perfect.
right. Well, how do you want to do it?
I want to chop its head off. I'm going in there, and I'm
Uh-oh.
swinging.
Did
Clean.
she mute for you guys? She cut out for me.
Cutting out a little bit, but she's
Still
cutting
got
its head off.
Oh no,
yeah.
everyone. I can't hear anyone.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I'm cutting its head off. I'm
In
chopping
that
with
case,
the
I'm going to
clean
turn off my
swing.
heater real quick.
Okie dokie.
I'm trying to fix my sound, so sorry about that.
All good. We can still hear you. We're doing great. Everything's A-okay. Happy little trees.
Hopefully that will fix it.
Are
You
we
hear it?
audible? Hello? Hello?
Testing.
Is it me you're looking for?
Well,
I can see it in your eyes. I can
Hello?
hear it in your smile.
can you guys still hear me?
We
Yes.
can't.
Affirmative.
Why can't I hear you now?
That is an excellent question.
We're gonna have to mime the rest of the game.
Now I can hear you.
Oh,
Weird.
interesting.
It's not echoing, is it?
All right,
good.
Nope, I don't hear
now
you.
I can hear you. My headphones just decided they didn't want to work anymore.
You should sue
Windows may have
your
spontaneously decided to change its sound settings.
Windows be doing that sometimes.
It fucking does.
It do be doing that.
Arbitrary and capricious.
And not to mention interstitial.
I got to come up with another word for you.
Dude, I love words, man. I really do. Vocabulary's neat.
We're number one with the ESL crowd because of our extensive vocabulary. Dr. Cox, it is your turn. What havoc do you wish to wreak?
So this one here died, right?
No, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, absolutely. Hang on. Yeah, it died. It's completely gone. There is one here, though.
So the first thing I'm going to do,
do.
as a bonus action, I'm going to use Aura of Vitality to heal Mao again.
Take another 5 healing.
Yeah. You know, I gotta remember to do this. Technically, the mount is supposed to move on my turn or whatever. I gotta remember to do that.
Well, we just need to go back to the beginning then, and I can't. We have to completely redo this entire dungeon from scratch.
Okay.
All right, welcome back to Crit Cats. In the last session, we had just thought we cleared out this jail, and there is a thing at the door. And we don't know what it is yet.
Terrifying. Lombard got to play Asarak. It was really nice.
It was fantastic.
It was great.
Well, anyways, we should get this show on the road, huh? What's the Clay Golem doing over there?
So actually, Lombard.
Until it's his turn. Hold on.
It's Lombard's turn at this point, right?
Oh, the doctor has to move, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes.
I'm going to use Vicious Mockery on the Winter White.
Okay.
Because the Clay Golem is still down there tanking it.
It is, yes. And 12 psychic damage.
If it fails the DC 21 Wisdom save, yes.
Oh, right. Let me just get in there. 20.
So
Does
it
not
takes
do it.
12 psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Got it. So noted.
And I'm done.
Alrighty. So Lombard, now it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to channel my favorite police, and I'm going to turn to this zombie that's standing here, and I'm going to say, don't stand so close to me, because the Goldenstein has been continuously fed with money. He has 10-foot reach.
Is
He's gonna
staying in the Goldstein clan? I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's the Goldstein. Honorary, if nothing else. My mother loves that man. If he would have been my father at one point, I guarantee.
So you get the 10-foot version of your Goldenstein out, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and I'm going to swing the
15,
first time.
Unfortunately, doesn't hit him.
Luckily, I've got another swing.
14 does. 15 does.
Fantastic.
28 also does.
Well, the 15, I can't click the pink button, so I'm just going to have to roll from this. So that's 12 bludgeoning damage from the 15.
Nice.
Is he down, or is he still up?
He is still up.
Okay, the 28 also does another 7.
He's very hurt, to the extent that they don't always look like they're always hurt, but this one is starting to suffer some movement issues, but otherwise it's still able to attack, but it's definitely got some damage going on. Of the zombies, of the 4 that are remaining, it is the most damaged that you can see.
Then I'll turn to Mao, and I'll be like, I loosened it up for you.
And
I just I grin and laugh back. Thanks, bud.
I thought I was gonna kill it.
So, anything else?
No, that's it for me.
All right, Sabretooth Ninja Meows, what is your next move?
He starts to lick the back of his paws.
Sylvian goes, did I not put myself in the order? I have not attacked anything.
You haven't gone at all.
Oh, yeah. Truly.
Sylvian has been polishing his nails this whole time.
Waxing his mustache.
Yes. I will be with you all momentarily. We were on
Casimir.
Well, the zombies have to go, right?
0.
But they I guess I took the guy off of the map or something. That had the initiative because he's grayed out, but he's in the order. Yeah, all right. So this guy is going to frost wave. He can go 30 feet with the frost wave. 30 feet gets me to Lurch and Sylvian. Syrup is not within range. And then also, of course, Lombard and Mao. And so we all have to make a DC 15 save.
Well, not this time.
I don't think this is gonna go well, my friends. Give it 1 second here. Oh boy. Oh.
So we've got an 11, which is a fail. We've got a 14, which is a fail. We have a 10, which is a fail. And then Lurch. Hang on, I got to get to Lurch, who has stayed mostly out of combat. And that's a 17. Great. So she only takes half of the damage. The damage of the frost wave is going to be 2d6. So we all that fail take 11 damage.
I didn't mean to roll it.
It's
That was
okay.
my 11 damage.
So we take 11 damage. I'm more hurt than I realized. I must have typed a number in somewhere, because that's not right. I'll look at it in a minute. And then so that's 7, or I'm sorry, that's 11 necrotic damage. And unfortunately, our maximum hit points get reduced by 11, all of us that failed. Until our next long rest, at least.
That's a different thing, isn't it? That's life
This is
drain.
Frost Wave. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is paralyzed for 1 minute. Yep, sorry. So 3 of us are paralyzed for 1 minute. Lurch is paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. Lombard, did you pass?
Lurch is not
No, I
paralyzed.
failed.
Lurch rolled a 17.
What did Lurch roll? Oh, Lurch. Yeah, Lurch is not paralyzed. So yeah, Lombard, you and Mao are paralyzed at the moment with the frost. That's a bonus action that the zombie can do, I believe. Is that the frost wave? No, that's their action. Sorry, that's an action. Yeah, so it's done. It's going to move up though. And now it's, as a bonus action, going to use its drain life capability. So now we need to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. Everyone within 20 feet, and it looks like that would be Sylveon, Lurch, 20 feet, right? Syrup, unfortunately. No, Syrup's fine. So Sylveon, Lurch, Lombard, and Mao again.
Now fails.
Okay, so you take 7 damage, and your maximum hit points are reduced by 7. Sylveon, I need to... This is a Constitution saving throw, right?
DC 12.
Yes.
Yep. All right, so Sylveon passes. Lombard passes. And then Lurch does not pass. And so we all take the ones who do not pass, which looks like is Lurch and Mao. That is 10 damage. And this is the one that reduces your target's maximum hit points. Okay. Now we're going to use 3 attacks against the clay golem.
One hit.
10, 4, and 18. Does the 18 hit?
It does. They really screwed something up this last patch.
So that's 9?
It's actually only 5.
Yes. Half of 9. And then again, they're trying to drain the life out of the zombie who has none. And so they fail to do any damage there. It's now Casimir's turn.
Neener. Casimir is going to dash to this location. Actually, he's just going to run up to there. And give it a good old booming blade.
Excellent. 30 hits, surprisingly.
Whoops.
The first 23 damage is more than enough to do it. So this zombie is no more.
At which point, Casimir is going to run back.
Okay.
And he's done.
The Winter White is now going to attack the clay golem with disadvantage. Is that control or what is that?
Shift or alt or something. The 20 still hits.
20 hits. And then
A 9 does not.
a 9 does not. All right, so the 20 hits for... I don't think it's going to tell me. Oh, this one does. 13 plus 8.
So that's
21.
21, but it's non-magical, right?
Correct.
So the clay golem will take 11.
And since it's not alive, it does not suffer the Blackfire effect. Or the potential for a Blackfire effect. Like, you see it starting, but it's not doing anything. But the clay golem's turn is now.
Clay golem is going to haste itself again. And then try to punch the Winter White.
Okay. Gets ready, throws a huge haymaker. 13 does not hit it. It's a little slow. Winter White sticks and moves. It's got some footwork.
Okay, Clay
Does it have
golem's
multiple attacks? Okay.
No, it had to use its action to activate haste.
I see. All right. So Sylveon finally is now paying attention, and he's going to attack the zombies, and he's going to use his Eldritch Blasts to do that. And so the 15 hits, the 22 hits, and then the 16 hits. And they're all saying, error, can't do that. So, just a second. Can I do that in...
Well, the damage rolled twice. You just need one more.
Now I don't know why it's doing that. Like, I don't know how it started rolling damage with...
That was another attack roll.
Yeah, so I just need to do what? 1, 2, 3, 3. How many? What's the damage on a
D10
Eldritch
plus
Blast?
6. However it was that you got a 22 charisma.
I'm just very handsome. Say that again. I need to roll what?
D10 plus 6.
And I need to do that for 3.
You already rolled the first 2.
Oh, because it doesn't show it for me.
Look in chat. They're there.
But when I am in chat, it says type error, cannot read properties of undefined reading models. So
Scroll up a little bit. Should see it. They're displayed there.
I guess I don't. Just tell me how much damage
14,
does he take?
15, and 11. So 40? No.
Yep.
Yeah, 40.
Yeah, that's a substantial hit.
Oi, you just took 40 points from the clay golem.
Oh, sorry. I missed completely. Yeah, that really does a lot of damage to this guy. He's looking very hurt. And so Mao, it is now your turn. We've got 3 zombies that are stuck to the clay golem like glue, and the winter white trying to get through the doorway. But he's trying to do it through the clay golem because he's frustrated and dumb.
Okay, well, I am gonna aim with my bow
Aren't you paralyzed?
here.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you need
right,
that's true. Constitution saving throw, please.
That's not gonna go well. So.
Yeah.
See,
Unfortunately, you're still paralyzed.
most things. Oh, maybe. Oh, let's see. Does a 22? Does that do?
It does. That's so you are no longer paralyzed.
Perfect. Okay, now can I go for my bow and arrow?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm gonna aim for that guy.
So you are stuck, and you're like, "Ugh," and you finally get the bow up, and you're ready to loose the arrow.
And does a 23 hit?
A 23 does hit.
Perfect. It's telling me that it cannot read the properties, so give me 1 second to try to. I'm just gonna roll for the damage. It's just 1d8 is what it says. And that gets me a 7. So that is 7 piercing damage.
Yep.
Okay. What does that do to the guy?
So it hits him in the shoulder, and he slowly turns to look over at you, and he clocks you from a distance, and he starts to shamble your way. Like he's sort of disengaging from the clay golem, but not really yet. But he's more interested in you now.
I don't like the way he's looking at me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna whip out my bow and shoot it. Is a 22 hit?
Yes.
Perfect, because I don't like the way he's looking at me. I'm gonna try and take him out. How dare you attack my see.
7
there
damage.
We go. 7 piercing damage.
Yep. So you hit him in the shoulder again, and so now he's got 1 in the front and 1 in the back, and he's kind of looking down at it, and he's testing his arm to see if it still works, and he's like, "Rrr, rrr," and he just swipes at the arrows and breaks it right off, but they're still sticking in him.
Nice job, he's securing the wounds. Taking notes. Alright,
Lombard.
well, that's all I'm gonna do.
First, 2 point of order things. First point of order, this is actually the doctor's turn. He has a higher dex than I do. Second thing, was that 22 Constitution save to get rid of the paralyze?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
that's supposed to be at the end of their turn.
End of the turn. Oh, all right. Okay, so
Well, can I
we can-
technically do anything paralyzed though? I can't really.
well, you freed yourself from the paralysis by rolling that well, but unfortunately, you have to do so at the end of your turn, and that means
Oh.
the
No,
damage, the 14 damage that he just took,
Yeah.
didn't happen. So
Darn. Okay.
you
Wow.
imagine that you are doing all of this.
Don't mean
I'm
to be
having
a
a
Debbie
little
Downer. I just
dream.
want to make sure that that I didn't miss something.
No.
Oh.
So here's how it happens. I'm having a little dream. I'm daydreaming about killing the zombie, and Lombard he goes, hey. Oh wait, Lombard's paralyzed. Never mind. Whoever's not paralyzed in the area snaps me out of it, and then that's kind of how I get out of the paralyzation. I was dreaming about shooting these zombies. Then I'm snapped
Sounds
back.
good. Now it's Lombard's turn to attempt to break out of his paralysis.
Now it's the doctor's
Oh,
turn. He has a
Now
higher
it's the
dex.
doctor's turn to do whatever the doctor wants to do.
So what the doctor is going to do to rouse Mao from his daydreaming slumber is activate Aura of Vitality. And heal Mao for 4 more. At which point, he's going to continue trying to mitigate the incoming damage from the Winter White by casting Vicious Mockery at it.
And the Winter White is getting tired of your crap. And he says, a critical fail. So, yeah, he takes all of that.
And he has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
You feel like you almost had him. Like you could feel that you almost had him, just so close to killing him off, and then it slipped out of your grasp. But he's as hurt as he can be without being dead, is your expert opinion.
Sounds like he's got 1 hit point left. Okay, I'm done.
Meta.
Oh,
Now it's Lombard's turn. I see your cat is back. Lombard, it is your turn. How do you wish to respond to this undead horror?
I'm gonna try to free myself from paralysis so I can do something about it next turn.
Very good. Yeah, you successfully work the kinks out of your otherwise paralyzed muscles. Unfortunately, that is all you can do at that moment.
I would also like to cry about it for a little bit because I don't get to do anything else.
So this zombie's going to lurch this way, because it is the zombie's turn now. He will incur an attack of opportunity from the clay golem.
Oh yeah. How about an 11?
11 does not do it, unfortunately. So this zombie, who is lured to over here by the 2 arrows that were shot at it, comes over, and it's going to attempt to claw at Mao. And so it will do that. Did I click on the right thing? I don't know what I clicked on there. No, it's a slam. I'm sorry, the slam attack. So does a 17 hit?
Unfortunately, so.
All right. So the slam is supposed to do 1d8 plus 3. So you take 5 damage. And it's bludgeoning damage. And so this zombie will move up a little bit, but it will attack the clay golem with a slam attack. Does a 10 hit?
No.
10 does not.
It's attacking the clay golem, actually.
Right. Well,
And
I would
1
imagine it does not for the clay golem.
A 1 does
Doesn't-
not hit, I'm assuming.
No.
So-
Especially in that one.
A nat 1. These zombies are not doing well. But that finishes their turn. Only one of them has broken away from the group to pay attention to Mao and Lombard. That brings it to Casimir.
Casimir is going to gamble a little bit.
That's uncanny. Like, if I wasn't looking and seeing that it was you doing it, I would mistakenly believe it was Jay.
Does a 31 hit?
Yes, it does.
That's
10 piercing.
19 magical piercing and... Whoops.
Ooh.
Hold
You
on.
get a choice of 17, 18, or 20? What's
no,
all that?
No. Let me just re-roll it from the actual cantrip. I keep doing that and it keeps backfiring all goofy. that's another 18 thunder and another 11 thunder if it moves. At which point,
So 19 plus 18, 27 total in this round, right?
correct. And then another 11 if it moves.
Yep.
That doesn't kill it?
That does not kill it.
Okay, then Casimir's going to
It
disappear back
it
into
it
his
hurts
room
it significantly, but it
Actually,
yeah, that door is open. That we established that door is open.
yeah, he's going to move out of line of sight to here.
Okay. That brings us to the Winter White, who will continue to attempt to get through the immovable object that is the clay golem by
There's
using
one at
its
disadvantage.
claws.
That's a miss.
So yeah, 10 and 17.
Hold on. The 17 theoretically would hit, but the doctor is going to use, if I can find it. There it is, cutting words, to reduce that incoming attack roll by 6. So an 11 misses.
Wow. So yeah, you you saw that this thing had the clay golem dead to rights, but you distract it with your cutting words just enough. Something you said jogs its latent memory of being a human, and it looks back at you briefly, and in doing so misses the clay golem completely.
Don't waste your breath. Those claws don't work.
Well, it's the clay golem's turn to see if turnabout is fair play. What does the clay golem do?
Okay, the clay golem is currently still hasted, so it's a multi-attack, and then because of haste, slam is a bonus action. So 3 slams, all of which the first one, let's say, is gonna go at the Winter White.
Already?
12, that's a miss.
12 does not hit.
How about a 21?
21 does hit.
That's 13 bludgeoning.
Yeah, you clearly break something deep inside the frame of this monster, and it crumples to the ground.
Then he's gonna use the last slam attack on this zombie. That's a 24.
24 definitely hits.
That's 15 magical bludgeoning. And I don't know if we really need to bother with its hit point maximum being reduced.
I mean, not really.
Yeah.
I suppose,
The effort.
in theory, if it drains life from somebody, its hit point maximum can only go to now, whatever that is, 33. But that's
Yeah, but the clay golem and the drain life are not going to target the same thing, so.
right. But I mean, right now they're not in a place where they can drain life.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
They're trying because they're dumb, but the golem to them is just an animate thing. Like they can tell that there are living things around, and they want to eat them, but they have not successfully done so yet, and so they're frustrated. But that now is my turn. So I will target.
I got to do one thing.
Going in chat.
Okay, so that
5.
means the haste recharges.
Nice. So I'm going to target this guy right here with the old Eldritch Blast. Uh,
25.
Ooh.
And for some reason now it's rolling damage, so I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's
So,
27 hits, so that's 14 plus 11, so that's 25.
Plus a 16.
Plus
on the critical.
16.
Right.
So
I have to distribute
41.
the damage to these things, though.
So it's 41.
Hang on. Right. So the first guy takes 14 damage. He is still alive.
You're not
So
gonna
I hit him
fire
again.
all 3 bolts.
I'm hitting him again with a bolt that does 11 damage, and that is sufficient to kill it.
Let's see.
That is sufficient to kill it. And so he's off the map. And then my other two, I'm going to target these guys. So the 32 hits. That's 16 damage because it's a crit. It's a nat 20. Pretty good for a single bolt. And then the last one does not hit. So that ends my turn. Mao, it is now your turn.
Oh boy.
There are 2 zombies left.
Yep. I think I'm gonna just go for the closest one with the longbow again. We're just gonna go for it. Let's see here. Does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Okay, 1d8 piercing. Let me roll that. That's gonna be a 6. And I'm gonna go at it again if that doesn't kill it.
That does not kill it.
Oh, does an 8 hit?
It does not.
Darn. Okay.
Just
Well,
think into the clay of the clay golem.
darn.
It doesn't do any
Sorry.
damage.
Sorry, buddy. My aim was a little off.
All right. Anything else?
That's it for the moment.
Dr. Cox.
Okay, I'm going to heal Mal for another 8.
Good call.
Okay.
That's the healing aura, right? So that's not an action.
Yeah, that's a bonus action. It's only an action on the turn that you activate it.
So you have your movement and your action.
I
And you
guess
can
it's
yell.
a vicious mockery, one of these things.
Crying is always a free action, so you can cry. Nine psychic damage to the guy closest here.
Affirmative.
All right, yeah. He is getting whittled down, but he's still kicking. Lombard, unless Dr. Cox, you have something else.
Nope.
Lombard, you are up.
Hey, I'm throwing a firebolt at this guy up here.
Alrighty,
How about a
Yeah,
nat
that hit.
20?
there you go. Finally, you got him. You bracketed him.
It's gonna be 49 fire damage.
He evaporates in flames.
Fantastic. That's gonna be it for me.
That might be the biggest hit that anyone's ever done so far.
It's
without
definitely
being like
I think it's the most
correct
damage
cantrip.
I've ever personally done with Long Blast. I'm gonna be honest
That's got to
with
be
you.
the biggest cantrip damage we've ever done.
Yeah,
49. Come on.
That's a.
I think
I got a 9, 2 8s, a 10. I got just some good rolls this time. It was good.
So
When you
the
roll
other
8
zombies
D10, it's gonna be good.
sees this happen and turns because it's so surprising that
And
even in its undead
at
state,
I look at the zombie and I'm just like, I didn't know I could do it either.
and it's like, whoo. All right,
that's
Ninja
gonna do it for
Meows,
me.
close it out. Go up there and attack the shit out of this thing.
Ninja Meows is gonna use his large, oversized saber-toothed tiger snout to pick Syrup up and gently kind of loft him on top of Sylveon's head.
Oh, well, he's a whatchamacallit, a mastiff. So he's about 125 pounds. So let me
So you've got gently this 125-pound dog just gets
like
laid
on
down
my
you.
shoulders. Let me see if I critically fail a strength check. No. All right. So I'm buckled by this, but I'm like, Ninja Meows. Qui est? Pourquoi?
I think Ninja Meow was just sneeze.
And it is everywhere. There's so much. Uh, what have you eaten? This is. I will send you a cleaning bill, Ninja Meows. And then the zombies or zombie attacks, and it wants nothing to do with the thing where the flame comes from, and so it's going to attack the clay golem. It's going to use its slam, and it's going to attempt to slam the clay golem into the window, but it just it's like holding a kid, against your hand, and they're trying to take swings at you. Your clay golem is like he's three stooging him, basically, is what he's doing. So you're stiff arming this zombie, and that's it. So Casimir, you're up. We've got one enemy left on the field.
I give you 3 guesses what Casimir's gonna do. Oh, what a
Wait,
crit!
that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Just couldn't let me have my 49
That's
fire
about
damage,
right.
could you?
28. Or what am I
No,
saying?
that's not
25.
right. It's 25 plus 13.
25 plus 13.
So 38
So
plus
38. Is Lombard gonna get outdone?
Of course I am. Of course I am. Casimir can't just let me have this. It's fine. I get it. I get it. And I'm going to be mad at Jay. I'm not going to be mad at
Record is
Casimir.
gonna get broken.
So that's 30.
That's 48 plus 5, 53. Is that right? Yeah.
I can't believe this. By four. Four. Casimir, you couldn't
53
just
points.
let me have it.
So that basically turns this zombie into a fine mist. There is nothing left. I'm not even going to attempt to roll to see if it can rise up from that, because the massive damage is such that it is forever gone. You have dissipated all of its animate energy. And that might be a good time for us to take a break.
Bingo.
Yeah. It's actually been 2 hours, so if we want to, we could
Yeah.
probably we started at 8:30.
Oh yeah.
We can push through with just from
we could do a 15 and just do one longer one. Come back at about the 45th minute, and then we'll just finish it out.
Well, you heard it here, folks. We'll be back in 14 minutes. Greetings, everybody. Quick Cats is back with your Wednesday Tomb of Annihilation, Tomb of Continuation, and our party just held a bunch of undead at a choke point and slaughtered them.
And nobody did the "This is Sparta" or anything.
I did sing the police.
That's true.
How many rounds was that combat? 4 or 5?
About that, yeah.
So that means I've got like another 5 rounds of Aura Vitality left.
Okay. Some of us have reduced maximum hit points until our next, like me.
Yeah, but everyone only got hit with like one of those things. So it's like just a few points for everybody now.
Yep.
Mal caught it real bad, but then I healed that, so... Mal, you're going to take an extra 38 healing?
Nice. Thank you.
How's everybody's health now?
I'm okay.
Almost max. Like, I still have the, like...
Do we all take...
temporary hit minus, but like, for the moment.
But it's only like 7 points or something, right?
Yeah, like, I'm pretty close to max. Like, I'm not far.
Yeah, we all should be pretty good now. The
Like,
only,
I'm
the only
good.
thing that's injured is the clay golem.
I was never less than 70.
But I have this now.
Holy shit.
It's supposed to take a minute to cast. I don't know how much you're going to let me heal. That's supposed to be DM's discretion. But it sort of seems academic because I'd like us to heal the clay golem up all the way before we go anywhere.
Huh.
Okay.
Repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link
But
no larger than 1 foot in any dimension. You mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage. So I'm assuming that there are multiple like wounds cut into the golem, right?
yeah, hold on. There's a thing about this. Hold on. I'm trying to find it.
I mean, the very last sentence says, this spell can physically repair a magic item or construct. And a golem is a construct.
It is.
And it doesn't say how much. So, yes, I would say you repair it based on that ruling.
So
right? I mean, it seems like it would make sense for it not to, because, you know, we'd have to figure out how many wounds it had, and you could pick the ones that were the biggest and try and heal them. But that seems silly, especially given that it has a special... It calls constructs out specifically and says that this can repair them. So I'd say yes, that repairs it.
Awesome.
I mean, if somebody had a compelling argument the other way, I could probably be persuaded. But I think that just makes sense.
You know what? I don't think the golem should be repaired. I think it should explode into 1,000 tiny little pieces.
All right. Well, we're going to do some PvP tonight as a bit of a switch up.
So glad I got the clay golem.
Yeah, in this corner we've got Lombard, whose golden stein is 10 feet long and he's full of anger. And then in this other corner, we should do that sometime just randomly. Yeah. So your boy is
His
your boy is
golden
back.
stein is 10 feet long and he's full of anger. Title of my next sex tape.
Goodness.
I mean, I'd watch it.
I'd pay.
Not gonna lie, 10 feet.
Whew. Curiosity would get the best of me on that one.
You don't.
How? How is it biologically possible? Where
And
does
how
he
is he not passing out? Whenever, you know what? We just need to stop this line. We need to stop this entire line of discussion.
He's got a second heart dedicated to it.
While you're mending the golem, you have the opportunity to change its appearance. Is there anything you'd like to do to make it look different?
Give it a Santa hat.
Make it look like Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Not a
Make him
sponsor.
have a Mr. Potato Head face.
Ooh, yeah.
That we can have interchangeable little plastic pegs so we could like put his ear in his nose and his mouth.
You are a bard. You do need to create. It is part of your nature.
Just to roast Casimir for not being here, I'm gonna make the clay golem look like Casimir.
Oh no! I'm like, this is uncanny. You have captured him, like that airport statue of Ronaldo. You know.
At that point, the clay golem is just gonna walk into a wall.
Your friend, he is somewhat clumsy, no? Hello, we are over here, Mr. Clay Golem.
At that point, the clay golem is gonna try its best to mimic Casimir's movements.
Oh no! Give me a performance check for the clay golem. Just a 1d20.
Oh shit!
Holy cow! It is uncanny. It's like a big brother and a little brother that both learned to walk from the same dad, coming back to us.
Oh no!
And Casimir the whole time is like, "Quit copying me."
Can I have the golem like
I
grunt
can't do his
back?
accent. I can't do that accent.
Can I have the golem grunt back?
Yes, you can. Yes, that is now canon. So yes, that's what happens. I don't think golems normally make noise, but somehow this one did. Okay, so we're as patched up as we're going to be. There's a little bit left to explore on this floor, at least. What's our plan? What do we want to do?
I thought we had sorted out all of the cells, except for that one we left that person in.
Yes.
Okay, so there's just this door
we can
open.
always go back and help her out. You know, she might be an ally. She might not be.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, and this is the next door. So I'm assuming we're all going to head that way.
Unless there's anything else that's going to bother us.
At this point, no. The zombies that were coming from the portal room, as far as you can tell, these are those zombies. You know, just based on the amount of time you estimate it takes to walk around, you know, the area that much. And so if there's another wave coming, you don't know, but that door is not going to stop it. So you're out of combat now. You should take advantage of it.
So Casimir's going to go on and scout ahead. He rolled a natural 20 on his stealth roll for a grand total of 37.
Yeah, so he encounters no lingering eyes. You do pass this one, which is dark. So
That was the one with the oil spill, right?
yeah, it has an oily substance on the floor. And then I'm assuming that we are going to open that door.
Yes.
Yes. All right, let me get to the description of that, because it actually has a description. This elongated pie-shaped room has bare walls, but every 10-foot area of floor space holds a strange device, some 24 in all. Each device is different from the next. Where'd my thing go that I was reading? Here we go. Each device is different from the next. Most of these constructions seem to be designed to restrain human-sized creatures so that some sort of infernal rig can be connected to them. Some devices in the first rank are immediately recognizable as torture equipment. There is a rack for stretching of limbs, a table positioned beneath a set of mechanical arms outfitted with various razors and pincers, a steel harness suspended above a fire pit, an Iron Maiden, and a seat fitted with foot, hand, and head screws. These items represent just a few pieces of equipment. All of that is assembled in the chamber. One of the devices near the center of the chamber appears to be occupied.
Dun dun dun. I believe I would poke my head inside.
Okay, yeah. So there's a whole bunch of torture devices, and there appears to be, a chair that's got somebody in it, or a device that has somebody in it.
Where is this in the room?
It is. Let me get this out of the way. So if this is the room, the person is, or whatever it is, I'm actually trying to find the description for it. They are right here, but there are all these different tables that are in here with different, torture implements all over the place. There's a big pit with fire, and then there's a cage suspended over it, and so that's kind of what we're looking at. Or it's not. There's no fire in it now, but what would have been, a cage that you'd put fire over. The occasional Iron Maiden, against the wall here. Various blood stains on the floor that are so old that they're almost gone.
Casimir is going to communicate his findings to the group.
And so everybody is now aware of what is in that room. So what is the plan?
Well,
I think perhaps I will go and check it out.
that sounds like something you would do.
So Casimir is still sneaking along. Is gonna go, and as he goes past these things, he's gonna sniff around and see if there's anything funny about any of these torture devices, hidden switches, levers.
Yep. So you see various implements of torture. One clearly looks like the remains of a rusty bucket collapsing into dust is next to a long board. There might be some moldering cloth at one end. If you look, you see that there's a trough where water might be. So, clearly some kind of waterboarding situation was going on. There are other tools that, look like torture devices. Some you don't understand. They're clearly some sort of Moillian technology magic thing that it's unclear to you how they work, and they don't appear to be powered up. And then there is a wheel, a large iron wheel set vertically over here. As you get further into the room, you see that the mummified figure is strapped to the wheel here. And then there is also a desk right in front of this mummified figure on the wheel.
Is there anything on this desk?
There is. And because he can read Moillian, because he can read anything, the parchment reads absolve in Moillian at the very top, and the rest of it is completely unreadable. But apparently whoever is on the wheel there was supposed to be absolved, but they ignored it.
I want to have a better look at this mummified figure.
Sure.
I'd like to spin the wheel. Jay would spin the mummy. I'm going to tell you that right now.
No, only if there was some kind of possibility of getting some treasure from it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, so it doesn't... I mean, the wheel spins for a bit, but it's very rusty and old, and it doesn't go very far.
Yeah, he did not spin the wheel.
Okay. Fair. What would he do, though?
He would go there and check out the mummified corpse.
Sure.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, he can even talk to it, I guess, right? He can talk to the dead. I don't know what this guy would say for 5 questions, but you could do that.
Well, first things
What's
first,
your
he
favorite
wants
kind of
to,
music?
inspect it first.
Oh yeah, so it is wrapped up. It's in some sort of moldering cloth. It's entirely skeletal, and there are just bits of ligament and dried, jerky-like flesh against various pieces of bone.
Okay, so Casimir is going to do this and cast Speak with Dead.
Okay, and so the scent of sage fills the room, I'm imagining, and what light there is dims briefly as the veils between life and death are pulled tight so that you can see through, and the corpse and that's bound in this mummified sack on the wheel goes and coughs, and you see bits of flesh and teeth fly out. But it appears to be ready to answer any questions you might have.
First and most importantly, is there anything in this room that will cause me danger or harm? Is there anything in this room that is dangerous?
And the corpse looks just astonished at Casimir and looks at everything in the room and goes,
if we do not interact with it,
"Everything."
will nothing come and try to attack us? Are there no traps or anything hidden?
Is that your second question?
No, that is what the intent of the first question was.
Well, you ask, is there anything in this room that's dangerous to me? And everything in the room is dangerous. And so the answer is everything.
I mean, only if you're strapped into it.
I mean, do you want to do like a guidance or something and ask the gods?
All right. Then at that point, Casimir is going to call everybody else in.
Okay. Sylvian comes running in. What a delightful array of torture implements. I am familiar with them all. If I were a sufferer of PTSD, I might be triggered. And I begin to visibly twitch without realizing it.
Can you think of anything to ask this corpse?
Yeah, ask him if he knows Brendan Fraser personally.
Apparently, this person was to be absolved, and not to be.
If that's your question,
what are we dissolving him in?
The Brendan Fraser question.
Okay, can we count that as just the sixth
what was
one
the
for
real
flavor?
question?
Maybe we should ask him what he was to be absolved of.
That is an excellent question.
What is his crime? Just state your crime.
He says, I'm innocent
Of what?
committed no crime.
Spit him.
What is it you were to be absolved of? I believe is how the question was originally put.
Oh, and so in that situation, he would answer, wants to be absolved. No.
Not dissolved,
That's a surprise
old man.
to him.
Wait, did he like this?
So, if that was one question, even though it was really 2 ways of putting it, then we're down to 3 questions left.
He didn't answer the question, though.
Oh, his answer was that he did not know that he was to be absolved.
Yeah, but he didn't say what he was supposed to be absolved of. That's not what we asked.
He, in his mind, does not believe that he committed any crime, and that he is being absolved is a surprise to him.
But would he have been made aware
He
of
would have
what his
known if he was
crimes were?
charged of a crime.
Sure. Okay.
Why
Yeah.
he
I mean,
was,
absolutely.
being put to the wheel.
Oh, right.
What they told him,
So, do you want to hear that story? I
Yeah.
guess.
What was he blamed for?
Well, how would you ask that?
What are you being absolved of?
Yeah.
Okay.
What crime are you being absolved of?
He said, "My crime was having a beautiful daughter, and not letting the Grand Vizier marry her."
Oh, you're like William Wallace or something.
I don't know who William Wallace is.
It's irrelevant. It's fine. He's a hero. It's not a big deal.
Was that a question? You're like
No.
William Wallace or something?
No, he doesn't understand me. To be honest with you. I'm speaking common.
No, I'm assuming that you're either using Lurch or
yeah, I'll let Casimir actually be the one who poses the final question.
He has to be. He's
So
the only one with the spell.
Right.
That's, I believe, 3 questions.
So
yeah, and I guess I psychically understand what Casimir was asking anyway, because of the link.
So what the corpse has told us is that it's innocent, that it was wrongfully killed, right? Because the Grand Vizier wanted to marry his daughter. So obviously
Correct.
the Grand Vizier put him up to this, right? The Grand Vizier
The Grand Vizier
the person who saw to the fact that he was tortured to death.
So Lurch steps in at this point and says, it's common among Moillian marriage for there to be a patriarchal approval or a blessing, and he was withholding it, and that was holding up this marriage, probably. If I had to guess, unless things have changed a lot, that's probably why. It happens a lot, unfortunately.
And so when he died, he could no longer impede this marriage, is that right?
Correct, yep.
I don't know what else we can learn from this.
Well, it's of note that it's clear that he's talking about events that happened pre being thrown into the negative plane almost by Orcus.
How long ago was
that? Probably 3,000, ish years ago.
Yeah, there's no way I can res any of these corpses.
Yeah, he's barely holding on by a thread right now.
Is that a mummy joke?
Yes.
Thank you.
Could wish him back to life.
His name is Emotep.
We could wish him back to life.
But then, if that ends up being the spell that allows me to no longer cast wish, I will kick myself forever.
Oh, and we have had some interesting luck with some unfortunate rolls in the past.
Yeah.
So he says, "No, please, my life is over. My daughter is gone. I am dead. Let me return to my peace."
Well, your singing voice was beautiful.
Is there anything important that you can tell us about your daughter or the Grand Vizier or anything important that happened here in Moyle?
I mean, I suppose he could embark on some, touching story about when she was little, but he doesn't have any. He's not sure what you mean by useful, so he's trying his best to explain, that, well, he was mighty and evil and corrupt, and she was beautiful and easily persuaded. And
can you tell us how to activate the portals correctly?
Oh, the portals, of course. Well, there's the one to, and it starts with an F, and I'd have to look up the name.
That legendary Shangri-La type city, right?
Yes. He goes, that's a lovely trip. That's, I believe, the southern portal. But the others, they escape me. So that's either 4 or 5.
That would technically be 5, but what I asked him was how to activate them properly.
Oh, how to activate them properly. Well, he's not like a techno mage.
But you
So
would know to put your hand here or whatever, right?
yeah, he tells you about the hand plates and the colors, and you just match the color to what you want to go to. Usually, there's a kiosk that shows you. You didn't see anything like that, so if there was, it's probably rotted and disappeared.
Oh, God.
Yeah, where's the nearest information booth? It'd be great to have a park map.
Well, I think that's 5. I mean, that'd be a 6th question right there.
All right. Well, what about the Brendan Fraser thing, by the way? Nice
That's
guy.
7. Let's not push it.
He says, "Oh, scarabs! I hate them! Oh!"
I gotta turn off my heater.
Or he goes, what's the guy's name? You're on the wrong side of the river!
Oh yeah, what is his name?
Benny! Benny! You know what I see? You're on the wrong side of the river! That man is a national treasure.
That's Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, that was his movie. All right, so
let's toss the room. Let's give it a thorough search, shall we?
Sure, yeah. So, I mean, you've got the crazy, give me an inspection.
Investigation?
Investigation. Yes, I'm sorry, inspection, yeah.
How about a 26?
Yeah, 26. You toss the room very thoroughly. There's some interesting gadgets. You don't know what they do. They don't appear to be activatable, and really all they appear to be is for causing pain of some kind. So even if you were able to power them, they're not really a weapon so much as they are a torture device. So, I mean, if you're into that, then they're useful.
I don't know. Bad juju. Let's get out of here.
Good call. So, we are in a room that it looks like is sort of at the. It only has the one door, so it's a fire hazard. But we'd have to go back around to get to the portal area. We'd have to go across the bridge again.
Across what bridge?
Down here.
Didn't we come in through a portal, a golden portal, in the headsman's room?
Oh, right. Yeah, so we came in over here. So this is where that portal is. Correct. I'm sorry. Yeah, so you haven't gone to here yet. Let me see what that says. This is a the bridge terminates at a darkened opening in the side of a tower constructed of stone and steel. Symbols above are inscribed in a metal plate above the opening. So if we're all going over there, we can go there now. I mean, I can just probably pick everybody up and put us over here. Along with all the drawings. That's funny. Did I delete anybody? I did. I deleted myself. Mon Dieu! I was erased from existence. Briefly.
I hate it when that happens.
And there's Lurch. And if you guys want to adjust your marching order accordingly, that's fine. I probably would not be in front like that. Yeah, so where the Unmapped levels, unkeyed rooms. Yep, that's fine. Only one level is detailed, and it is a broken bridge.
So it doesn't go anywhere?
Yeah, it connects to the tower. There's a gaping irregular hole, and you find that the tower is hollow above, while 40 feet below they find a flat surface with a still intact ceiling level littered with debris from the crumbled upper levels kind of down here on the ground. So yeah, it was a bridge, but it is no longer. So we can go into this room through the portal back to the portal room if we want.
This looks like the only way to go.
So let's go there. I gotta drag this over here. So here we are. This is the portal that the dead guy was talking about. That goes to wherever. So we're now back in the portal tower. And just so you recall what the description is here, this is a 10-foot diameter platform. It's 20 feet up and away from the central catwalk, so this kind of comes out 20 feet and goes up 20 feet. The platform contains a freestanding arch of a silvery metal. A yellow haze seems to fill the archway, making it difficult to make out objects on the far side. Carved into the left-hand arch support is a circular depression, and within the depression is a humanoid palm print inlaid with yellow tile. And there aren't any symbols above this archway, but you know that this one goes to what I could probably tell you now is the Portal of Imprisonment. It goes to the Tower of Discipline, which is where you just were. And so this one's broken, and it goes into a vacuum. And this one, if you recall, is a 10-foot diameter platform. It projects 20 feet away and up. It contains a freestanding arch, also of silvery metal. Haze seems to fill the archway, etc. Inscribed at the top of the arch are three strange symbols. The first inlaid with blue, the second black, and the final inlay in red. Carved into the left-hand arch support is a circular depression. Within this depression are three humanoid palm prints, inlaid with the blue, black, and red tile also.
I want to touch the red one.
And so if you touch the red one... so you don't want anyone to even look at the symbols? You read the symbols, right? Casimir can read them. The symbols at the top of the arch...
I do not care. I want to touch the red one. Yes, we want to know what the symbols are, absolutely.
So the symbol...
no.
Yeah, Casimir would have said that.
One says the Tower of Health, one says hub, and the other says periphery. And they correspond to the similarly colored handprint. If the blue handprint is pressed, then it looks like it corresponds to the symbol that means the Tower of Health. If the black handprint is pressed, then it looks like it corresponds to periphery, and then the other one is going to correspond to hub.
See, I know Casimir, and I know that because he's got red skin, he'd want to touch the red one first. That's just something Casimir would do. But
All
I
right,
think
so,
the Tower of Health sounds like a good place to visit.
So, there's three colors, right? What did I say? Blue, black,
Tower of Health.
and red. Yep. So blue is the Tower of Health, black is periphery, and red opens up a very, very dark portal beyond.
I think at this point we
You
would
can
have had
still
one of those
see.
scenes where we had to convince Casimir not to go through, and that we all wanted to go to the Tower of Health instead. And he'd be like, "Oh, but come on!"
Yeah.
What, do you think he'd convince us?
And we'd eventually convince him.
Okay. So in that case, then if he touches the blue one, that opens up into a different scenario. That takes me to. So which one do you want to do, blue or red?
Well, let's take a vote. I vote for the Tower of Health.
I also like the idea of
I-
the Tower of Health.
I like the Tower of Health as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Casimir's outvoted.
If nothing else, Haunted Hospital. Let's go. Gamers. Lombard said.
Let me see the. Let me scroll to that description.
Tower of Silent Hill.
Just hot nurses with like bloody bandages on their face the whole time.
Pyramid Head walking around.
Basically, like a metal video.
It does kind of sound like a Tool video.
It is
I've
a
got to
tool
see where this
video.
actually the portal ends up. Okay, yeah. I mean, so the portal opens up. I'm. Let me. Are you going to go through to the Tower of Health? Is that the plan?
Well,
Yep.
Casimir's going to go first. First, he's just going to poke one hand in.
Yeah. His hand becomes hazy and indistinct as it passes through the yellow into what is beyond.
But it comes back okay.
It comes back okay.
Then he'd stick
It's
his head in.
old. Yep. Well, it's immediately removed. No, his head is fine as far as you can tell.
What does he see?
So he sees an arched entrance to a tower. A single image is inscribed upon the stone, and a humanoid figure is wrapped in many lengths of cloth, about which two serpents are intertwined. Above the head of the wrapped figure, the serpents stare at each other eye to eye.
That's the medical symbol. What do they call that?
Cauticus, yeah.
Yeah, the cauticus.
Fairly universal symbol. And I'm going to, if you guys decide to go through, I'll expose where you're coming in.
Let's do that. What do you guys think?
I agree. I say we do it.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Actually, let's make it happen. I mean, we just spoke to one zombie. What's another? Not zombie. Mummy. I apologize.
Mummy.
You don't like mummies,
Yeah.
huh?
Don't
He's racist against mummies.
Lombard only loves his own
use
mom.
the M word. That's their word. The yeah, let me move. We're up at the top here. Is where we're going to end up. So I can move everyone, right? Or we can just drag everybody out, right?
Yeah.
Let me do this. Let's do. Which layer am I on? How come I can't grab people? There we go.
Got some black in the middle here too.
And then switch over to the other map where everyone is. Oh, and we're already all there except for me
And Lurch.
and Lurch. Which I have to go into the journal to pull out. There's Lurch. And then I'm down here at the bottom. Sylvian. All right. Yeah, so this is the what they call the Tower of Health. And so you've got a couple of doors on either side. You can see sort of down into the central iron post that makes up all of these towers that all the floors seem to hang from. And some walls. There's a door on either side of the hallway next to us.
Can you remove the fog of war in the middle, please? Thank you.
Oh, okay. Did I get that? I removed the part that you meant. Yep.
Yep.
Got it.
So, rule of right?
Sure.
So
Who's right? Stage right?
going to open this door.
Okay. So this is going to open up, and you'll be able to see that there's a window and some stairs. So let me expose all of that. And it actually has a description here. I will read to you what it says. Stairwell. An intact spiral staircase of stone, tiled in off-white, leads downward.
Okay, that's how we get to the next floor. I know rule of right says technically we should open this door first, but I don't really like the idea of being ambushed from behind. Maybe we should open the one across from it.
Okay. In doing so, you expose some more Moillian architecture. And this room has a description as well. This long, wide chamber traces a short span about the tower's periphery. 3 large windows along the eastern wall allow intermittent illumination into the disheveled room. Broken benches and chairs litter the expanse of the floor. A stone counter running the convex curve of the western wall seems to have weathered the damage better. Sheaves and sheaves of what appear to be scattered papers are plastered by ice to the countertop, the floor, the walls, and even the ceiling of the chamber. Near the western door, a single frost silhouette reveals the bare marble floor of the chamber.
Sounds slippery.
It's slippery, but it's not difficult terrain. Like, you're moving normal speed through it. But yeah, it's not. There's a lot of paper, and then the counter is over on this area here. That's not the right tool. There we go. So you've kind of got a counter that does, like this. Right? And then there's just paper all over the place, even stuck to the ceiling.
I'm worried about somebody slipping off and falling off the tower. But if you say it's not a problem, then I guess it's not a problem.
When you say slipping and falling off the tower, do you mean up here?
I mean,
at the top where we are?
Slipping across this ice and falling out a window or something in this room.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I mean, Lombard can do this because Lombard.
That's certainly more creative than I thought of. So you're safe if you want to go explore.
I'll do it. If I slip and fall, I'll fly.
Yeah, you find a bunch of pieces of paper. They're all stuck together, mostly ruined by moisture, frozen in clumps. But sometimes you're able to pry up a piece and make out Moillian writing underneath. And
I will stick it into the empty book. Okay, the book cover that I have from the Moillian accounting book.
Your very basic understanding of what you've learned from Lurch, as you've taken some long rests and worked
Well,
with her on the language,
I can also just
is
read in.
this looks like medical records of some kind.
Perfect.
Health indicating patient. You see patient. You see words for health. You see words for what appear to be a symbol for money. You're making out what appear to be like records of some kind.
This is a reception desk, so I think I'd like to walk around and look behind the desk and see if there's anything like kind of like maybe there's like some shelves under the desk in the back or something where they might have been keeping some other paperwork, perhaps.
The only thing you see as you walk over that way is that there is a door on the back wall here, and looking around, spending a little time, you don't see anything of interest in these piles of paper. I'm sorry.
Very interstitial desk.
It is.
But this is the door that the nurse would come out and be like, Mr. Simmons! Mr. Simmons!
Potentially, yes.
I'm coming!
You do make out the word colonoscopy on an awful lot of pieces of paper.
That time of the year. Good to know that they're running a very clean operation.
It could save your life.
The butthole room is over here. Do we want to keep going this way?
I don't know that I want to. I don't know if I want to make that canon quite yet, but yeah, okay. The butthole room.
The butthole room.
Sure.
I'm so sorry.
Lurch is like, that doesn't mean what you think it means, but okay, you're close.
I can't do it without a healthy colon.
Title of your sex tape. So the
it's true.
I guess everyone has joined in this room, right?
I think I'd really like to explore the rooms on the outside of this one before we move on to what looks like it's going to be the next section.
Sure.
Get jump from behind.
Good call.
I'll come back.
So you're coming down into this section, I assume? Oh, I see. You're Casimir's. All right. You zigged when I thought you were going to zag. Click, click, boom. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this, is just one of those rooms full of junk that you can't tell what it is, and it's ruined anyway.
Right.
But there is a door.
I want to poke my head around this corner here and look down the hallways.
Probably see a little bit of this hallway too. Hang on, I gotta move the map. There we go. Yeah, so you're able to see that there's a door and 3 more doors down here.
What about the other direction?
Oh, right. So you do turn around. Yep, so a couple of doors and then another door down this way.
My goodness. Alright, so it looks like this place is all in quadrants. Let's just knock this one out first. Let's go through this door.
Sure. If you had to guess, based on the fact that there appears to be a piece of some sort of table in the middle, it looks like some sort of examination.
Oh,
yep.
Examination room.
And then this door down at the bottom is attached, and you realize you've knocked out 2 doors, in fact.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's try the next one then.
Next one, medical supply closet, but none of it's any good anymore. So rotting boxes of bandages and things like that. And now this room is a little bit different. This room is called, well, I won't tell you what it's called. This large chamber is almost pie-shaped. A massive iron cylinder is supported by a broad stone base, and it occupies the center of the chamber. The cylinder appears to be at least 30 feet long with a diameter of 10 feet. A circular hatch is hanging half off its hinges from a 3-foot diameter opening on the end of the cylinder facing the door. Small fragments of various size and shape litter the floor beneath the ruined hatch. A flat square of what appears to be crystal is inset directly above the opening. The crystal is dark with a single jagged crack easily visible on its face. So it looks like a big tube, like some sort of tubular chamber with a crystal above it that is inset above the opening and appears to have a crack in it. It has a hatch. It's open, and there are bits of detritus on the floor in front of the hatch.
I think I will go and check it out.
Careful. It might be a Moillly and MRI scanner.
Would the Goldsteins know about MRI scanners?
Of course, my father worked at a hospital.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's fine.
So Casper's going to go and have a look around and see if he can turn up anything.
Let's see. I need to read a thing here.
You said the hatch on the tube was open, right?
It is.
And so there's
Yes.
nothing in it?
There's nothing in it. They're pieces of stuff on the floor. They're small bits of metal, but they don't. You don't know exactly where they're from. Some might even be parts of the machine, but you don't know. And so the door is open. The interior of the tubular chamber awaits.
Is Casimir able to figure out anything about this thing after he goes and inspects it?
No. As far as he can tell, it looks like a tube with a screwed on end that has a hinge. I mean, give me an Arcana check from Casimir. Maybe if he does well,
How about
yeah, he does very well. That's really well. So it's clear that this is a medical device of some kind that, based on what you can infer from sort of like the table inside and things like that, it might be for a patient to be inside. You don't know if it is to heal. You don't know if it is to do surgery. You don't know if it is to diagnose. But you do know that it appears to be some sort of medical device that people would get on the slab in the middle.
I don't suppose if the doctor had a look at it, maybe with his medical knowledge, he could turn up anything better.
Well, you are a doctor, so let's do it with advantage.
How about a 30?
A 30 is pretty darn good. I mean, that's almost a 20. Yeah, if you had to guess, you would say that it looks more like it is for diagnosing than it is for healing.
Interesting technology these Moillians had. But it's really of no use to us now. Let's keep moving.
Okay.
Maybe if somebody got sick and we couldn't figure out what it was, this might be helpful.
It's doing that thing again where it's not letting me select Mao and it's just dragging the map. Oh, maybe. Oh, I think I fixed it.
I somehow have a color palette. Nope, now it's gone. Sylvian is,
Way behind.
of course, going to keep up with everybody. It's just I'm terrible at doing stuff like that. I assume that faithful Syrup and Lurch are also accompanying the group.
They're staying. At least Syrup is staying behind to guard the rear.
Oh,
I've
all
at
right.
least
The Clay
commanded.
Golem is supposed to be the rear guard.
Yeah,
And then,
but they follow along. They're towards the rear.
and so if you guys go into that room, that also has a description. So, this is a dim green glow suffuses the air around a metal container 5 feet in diameter where it rests against the floor. And so there is a device of some kind where a green glow suffuses the air around this container 5 feet in diameter. It expands to a 10-foot diameter near the ceiling. So if that is the lower portion, the larger portion is 10 feet in diameter at the top, and it goes up to about 12 feet to where the ceiling is. The ceiling's about 12 feet above. Small glass pods protrude from the slick metal surface in unordered profusion. Most of the glass pods shine with pinpoints of green light, but some are shattered and dark. On the facing side of this apparatus, there is a deep indentation visible, shaped like a humanoid body. The once comfortable-looking leather padding within the cavity is now cracked and peeling, and the rest of the room is empty of either furnishings or debris. And I actually have an illustration for this one. So let me quickly go into that. It's going to be here in under illustrations, show to everyone. There we go. So that's what you see. You see this bizarre, vaguely bong-esque looking device with a human-shaped hole or indentation in it, and various protuberances of unknown design.
I think I will go and stand in that indentation.
All right.
Because that's exactly what Casimir would do.
He comes out sounding like Chaw.
At this
I have
point,
to-
we'd all be telling him, wait. And he'd be like, no, this is something I want to do. I am here first, I will do it.
Is Casimir missing any body parts?
He is not.
Well, that's good.
It sure is. It sure is good that he's not missing any body parts. It'd be awesome if he got to keep them too.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if he's like missing a toe or something? And we never
So-
think about it.
It's like a fourth toe too. Like it's a weird toe to be missing.
So I need to get a Constitution saving throw from Casimir. Right. So that's good. So what happens is the device's exterior turns from green to yellow. In the 8 glass pods, some of which that were smashed, you see dark. They're dark. They're small sparks of ineffectual energy, and they sizzle and crackle, and they scent a burnt ozone smell in the air. Oh, I'm sorry. What? I don't even need his. Good Lord. No. Okay. So 21, right? Uh, and he feels crackling energy, and his hair is slightly longer.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was disappointing. I was really hoping to gain some superpowers.
Hasmi, you got like an anti haircut.
So,
Yes, do you
does
like this
anyone else
nice
want
machine?
to? Well, I mean, it does have a healthy glow, so there are no split ends. It's very clear that um, it's glorious, really. But do you want me to read to you what this? Is anyone else going to do this?
I was gonna go and look and see if I could determine what this device's actual function is.
Sure. Yeah. That's a great idea. Give me another one of those awesome Arcana checks.
How about a 32?
32. God. All right. Yeah. So you look at it and um, you are able to infer from the magical energies that you see and sort of how it's arranged. You intuit that this is a machine which might be capable of regrowing limbs, but it doesn't appear to be fully functional. And it's probably pretty dangerous, but it doesn't seem to be having a problem. It didn't have a problem with Casimir, but he also didn't have any missing limbs, so
So, if we
didn't
were
really have
able to
much to do.
if we were able to repair the parts that were broken, maybe it would work.
Um, it is of a technology and of a design that you are able to infer what its function is, but you are not able to repair it. Sort of the difference between someone encountering a, um, a weapon, a projectile weapon for the first time. They know it's dangerous, but they don't know what it is or how to fix it. They know what it's for, but
Right, but I also have this, but I don't think I'm gonna bother with it because it's not really useful to us right now.
there's quite a lot of broken on this, and you would have to spend the time to fix each one. Um,
And if that's what it took, if it became important, then that's what would happen. But
okay,
right now,
yeah.
let's not worry about it. Is there anything else in this
Um,
room?
I feel like it's fun to read to you what might have happened here if he had been missing a limb.
All right.
Uh, and since we're not actually going to do it, let me. So either it's a 1d. Either I take a 1d20 or we do a Constitution save. 1 to 6. Subject killed outright from pain of procedure. No regrowth of limb. 7 to 9. Subject falls into a coma for 1d4 days. Withered and useless limb regrown. 10 to 14. Limb regrown with mind of its own, and it attempts to bring about subject's demise. 15 to 17. Normal limb regrown. 18 plus. Limb regrown with supernatural strength, resistance to injury, or power of DM's choice. So, I
Wow.
mean,
Could have got a
he
fucking
might have done
superpower.
pretty well there.
Hey,
But
Lombard,
I
can you
think at
chop
this
off
point,
my
Casimir
arm
would try
real?
to chop off his arm so that he could gain some superpowers.
how would he chop off the second arm?
I
Can
got
I
you,
maybe
bud.
just could maybe we just like lose a fingertip, something that's not so damn important, just in case. I mean, I don't know.
I don't even want to ask what a superpowered fingertip would be good for, so we're moving on.
Microphone home.
Yep, that's an excellent answer. I like that much better than what I was thinking.
Yeah, keep it wholesome.
All right. Yeah. So now we
So,
are.
do we want to try and close out this quadrant then on the opposite side? Or do we want to just keep going around?
Um, there's an awful lot of doors like it, that you're seeing around here. I don't know what. I wasn't drawing anything down here. I just you had the wrong tool selected.
So, what if
Yeah.
we just have Casimir kind of go over here and check out this room?
Yep. Oh, Sylveon, for some reason, has accompanied him. This room appears to... It has some, like, what might have been refrigerated cases in the back of the room. It might have been for samples. It might have been a flower shop. You have no idea. But it was some kind of, something was refrigerated, if you had to guess, based on what you now know of Moillian technology.
But that refrigeration has long since gone defunct, right?
Oh yeah, you don't even see what was in it. Like, the glass is all fogged up, and some of them are missing. And it's just like empty junk in there.
So, if we toss the room, would we find anything, or should we just move on to the next one?
You would not find anything that would be of value, but you might find, junk.
Okay. How about the next one?
This one, very similar. It doesn't have very much going on. There appear to be broken chairs in this one.
I see. I'm just gonna peek around this corner here real quick.
There's what appears to be some sort of large window looking out in this room, larger than most windows that you're familiar with. And you also see a door on the end of a block of probably more of these little cell-like cubicle things.
Whatever.
But this room here has a very large window, which is like you can probably see it. I didn't draw them very well, but it goes from here to here.
Right. Let's just have Casimir poke his head around this corner here real quick.
Sure. So that room is described thusly: a 50 or 60-foot section of the southeastern concave wall opens to the exterior of the tower, allowing an unobstructed view of the grim city skyline. Chairs meant for reclining are arranged in such a way as to catch the available light from the window, although the heavy hoarfrost on the chairs speaks mutely of how much time has passed since any use has been made of them. And I can reveal a little bit more of that room. So you can see all of it. There you go. And then, so you see in this room that there are... I have to draw them. With the tool for drawing, there we go. So, like, there are chairs, sort of arranged, in a semicircle to maximize exposure to the sun in this window. You also notice that there are a couple of slumped figures in these two chairs at this end, but they don't appear to be doing anything.
Hold on, I gotta check something. Range of speak with dead is only 10 feet.
Oh, yeah. That's not going to do it.
Alright, let's do this by the book. Form up, tanks in front. Let's go check out those two bodies.
Sounds good.
Hold on 1 second. En route.
Trying to find where the...
Casimir's gonna sneak over first with a 35 stealth.
There we go. Yeah, so these guys look familiar. They're more of the same. They are undead. but they don't appear to be animated. Although, as Casimir approaches, they start to come more to life. They start to twitch, and they're what what they can of their body moves towards the warmth of Casimir's life, even though he's stealthed. They're not aware of him, but they're instinctively drawn to the aura of his life energy.
All right, let's get them before they get us.
Yeah, let's roll for initiative, but we'll get a surprise round in from everybody with because Casimir is basically invisible. I need to clear the previous one. Give me a second. Okay, now you can roll initiative. Make sure you select your token. I tell myself.
I actually rolled a 19 the first time.
Oh, yeah, well, it won't be my 20.
Casimir got a 21.
Damn it.
I had a 13, actually, not a 15.
And I need to roll for these guys. Hey, they got a 4. It's like record for them. And this one gets a -1.
Oh, yeah.
That makes up for it. They're not good at initiative.
It doesn't get to go ever.
Exactly. It has to use tachyons to attack.
Yeah, it continuously owes a turn.
It's anti-haste.
Yeah, everybody gets an extra turn against it because of this.
Well, everyone gets a turn against them right now because they are they're slowly animating, and everyone that's nearby at the moment gets a shot off on them.
You want to put us in order real quick?
Yeah, I'm supposed
Yep.
to have a 19.
Descending, Casimir is ready to go.
The doctor's supposed to have a 19.
Sure.
In any case, Casimir is going to stab this thing in the head. How about an 18?
18 does hit, yes.
So that's 19 magical piercing plus...
How do you get somebody out of the order?
There's a little trash can above their if you mouse over their little round icon.
Oh. Okay, cool.
That's a total of 30.
30! Ugh.
And then Casimir's going to step over here.
Yeah, you open it from navel to chin, basically. But it's, even though its entrails are spilling everywhere, it's still capable of attacking. I need to sort again because you had a 19. So I go next. I am way out of position. I'm going to move up as fast as I can, and then I will dash, and I will end my turn.
Okay.
Dr. Cox and Mao. Who's got the higher dexterity?
I've got a 15.
Yeah, you win.
All right. Dr. Cox, you have the honor.
I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery at the one next to Casimir.
Yep. The one next to Casimir attempts to establish self-esteem and says, this doesn't define me, but it does, and it hurts.
So that's 4 psychic, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. And I'm going to move to this position. And I'm done.
Cool. Mao, you are now weapons free.
Weapons free. How am my weapons free?
Now you have
Good to go.
you can attack. It's your turn.
Oh, okay. That's what I was like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the one closest to Casimir.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
Yep.
I'm gonna roll 1d8.
You
I
hit.
don't know. There we go. Couldn't get the little button to work. The one was 1d8, but the second one was when I clicked it.
All right. I mean, we'll do 8 damage. That's fine.
Is he still standing?
He is still standing, but just barely.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna try again. Does a 16
does hit. Yes, absolutely. 4. Yeah, it is almost dead.
Dang,
Yeah.
and for a little bit, for like a little extra action, I'm just gonna move up a little, like right there.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, so it takes 2 blows and staggers, almost falling, but it pulls itself back up and somehow is able to animate itself back into the fight, but it is barely hanging on. And that, if your turn is over, brings us to Lombard.
Does your longbow only do 1d8 damage?
She doesn't have a dexterity modifier. She's
Okay.
strength ranger.
Gotcha. Because I was like, that just seems low, but that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna throw a fireball at this one. Fireball,
Okay.
not fireball. Sorry. 26.
26 hits hard.
It's gonna be 24 fire damage.
Holy cow! Look at that. You feel like you did exactly half of the amount of damage to it that it was capable of sustaining.
That feels
Somehow,
feels
mathematically,
convenient.
you feel that was exactly half.
My dad was a doctor. I kind of have a nick for these things.
They call me Two-Shot Lombard.
Yeah. How did you know?
What is it? Weak or whatever?
These, the ones that you're encountering now, are not.
No. They're, what do you call it? Something, they're like weak to fire or something, right? So fire to double damage.
They don't have any particular vulnerabilities. They do have several immunities and damage immunities. Oh, damage resistance. Yeah, they can resist bludgeoning. I mean, no, they don't have anything that affects them with fire.
It's okay. 24 is pretty good.
That's
it for me.
Yeah. So now it is Clay Golem's turn.
Clay Golem is gonna move up to this location.
Can we call him Cassius?
I named him George. I didn't ever ask his name. I didn't know.
I just think Cassius Clay would be a fun name for,
Call him Ali for short.
Yeah, he was a great athlete. Oh, so he's moved up. He's ready to go.
Yep.
All
right.
Our
surprise round, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. So, Casimir is now up again.
Casimir's gonna shank this thing in the head.
It doesn't have much to go, so let's see what he does. Yeah, that's gonna hit. It is significantly shanked.
Is it dead?
Yeah, it falls down, collapses, and loses all ability to move.
that point, Casimir's going to move to this location and say, I think we should not stand in clusters, so more than one of us do not get hit by this wave of frost thingy. We should stand in different directions from it. And Casimir's going to end his turn there.
All right. Sylveon attempts to dash. Mon Dieu, why do you have to be so far away? So I can dash to right there. Sylveon is here this time.
Oh, Sylvia, thank goodness you're here.
I know. I will handle. Oh, there's not much left. It's only the one.
Yeah, but we need you for it.
Unfortunately, I dashed, and so I have no action. But I stand there and attempt to catch my breath.
You've
leaving
done this
Dr.
all,
Cox
Sylvia, I can't believe
open to do his worst against this undead foe.
Yeah, well, that's my worst probably isn't that much. Don't exactly deal a lot of damage, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway.
If those are your cutting words, that was terrible. You guys can see down the hallway a little bit too.
Go back to being dead in obscurity.
Oh! Let's see how he does. 8 psychic damage, but it hurts more than 8 should.
I'm done.
He's like, I have a family, man. Or had one.
So do we.
All right.
Sit down.
So do we.
Now, it is your turn. You have a fairly hurt zombie in front of you.
Y'all right? I think we know what's gonna happen.
Wreck its face.
First, we're gonna miss. We get an 8. I already know that. So you know what? We're like, you know what? Whatever. We're gonna run up to him.
Casimir is almost hit by it and goes, I see there are things still to work out.
You have not quite gotten the hang of it.
Does a 31 hit?
That does hit. Now we're cooking with gas.
11 slash.
11 slashing damage. Oof. That takes a significant chunk of flesh away from this almost fleshless horror anyway, but now it is looking especially hurt. But it still maintains the ability to move forward and attack. But Lombard, you have the ability to rewrite that story.
Dun pa!
That hits. Kame!
18 fire damage.
Yeah, you kill it.
Pa!
You kill it. It burns completely up.
Fantastic.
You know, I keep rolling because these guys are supposed to pop back up with undead fortitude if they make a Constitution saving throw, and they have not been making their Constitution saving throws. So
Ellie Ghostes.
this unfortunate chap, or I guess woman, it's hard to tell. You'd have to look at the pelvis bones to tell.
I'm not gonna do that.
Is dead. Yeah, I mean, preserve a little dignity.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that engaged.
That we are out of combat
and out of time.
But before we end tonight's session, the doctor is going to go over to Lombard and say, "Hey, Lombard, let me see the spine of that
doctor.
book."
Okay, here you go.
Look at that.
Do we get our pages back?
Yeah, you do. You have a fully functional Moillian accounting generally acceptable accounting practices of Moyle.
No fiddly fucking way.
It's a
You're
Gap
welcome.
M book.
Doctor, I owe you my life. I'll give you the riches that I have.
Consider it an early Christmas present.
And a ho 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 and a bottle of rum to you too.
And at
Now
that,
I need to
Kazmai's
figure
face
out.
broke up, and he says, "What? Was there so much in the
Go sneak somewhere, Casby.
The golem says,
Now I need to figure out.
Oh, you.
I need to figure out something cool with that now. I have an idea, but we'll have to wait till next time to see what it is.
I'm excited for it.
So tune
Which
in next time.
Should be next week's for
Yeah.
now.
And
Until further
I'm
notice.
right sizing the monsters. I feel like they're a little bit more dangerous than they were last time. So
Yeah, these zombies are a much improved version.
excellent. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed themselves, and thanks for everyone's time.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah, tune in next week to see what happens next. Make sure that you subscribe and follow our channel if you haven't already. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, make sure you like and subscribe. If you look in Discord chat, you can get an invite to our Discord server and come on and hang out and play some games with us. Make sure also you follow us on all of our social media, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as long as Twitter is still up and running, of course.
That's true.
We'll be back on Tuesday with Star Chasers, our Spelljammer adventure, and 1 week from today with Tomb of Annihilation, although we're probably going to take the 28th off. Be good out there, but not too good. We'll see you next time.